Here. Huh? What are you looking at? Huh? Are you jealous? Tell me, are you jealous? Oh, she's jealous. Oh, she's jealous. What on earth are they talking about? They had quite a scene going, whatever it was. Oh. She's so... Boom. Red barrel. Come on, Sherry. Come on. Come on, Sherry. Come on. Come get me. Come get me. Come get me, big boy. Come get me, pretty boy. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? What in the fuck is in here? Oh! Oh, we can summon. Who's that? Ramu. Is this a unique summon? A unique animation? Holy shit. That was fucking awesome.
Yeah, nothing like the divine to get you out of a bind.
Okay. We learned our lesson. Barely not! Ah! Do I have 3 over there? Yeah, I have Far Cry 3. I have 3 for the PS3. What? Oh! Hey! We got it! Oh, we got it! Whoa! We got the plant! Oh! Oh! Fuck! Oh my god! Fucking talking about goddamn Far.
Much, Maria. Come on, let's go home.
Not yet. There's still something I have to do. You go back without me. I'm gonna beat that vampire to a bloody pulp. See you!
Maria! For heaven's sake, she can be as reckless as Richter.
Okay. Okay. Oh god, no. Well, everyone know I just like suck at these. I'm like really fucking bad. Like super naturally bad at these. Like. Oh my god.
Get the hell out of there!
What's up? That's how I greet the stream on Thursday. What's up? How's it going? Better? Is that better? $20 from Walmart. Damn it, it feels like it. Want to connect? Yeah. I have no idea what you get from Connect. Maybe it's later on in the game. Reach the point in the game where you can access internet. You got to the point in the game where you can access additional items. I think it's just for DLC. Oh wait, we don't need to watch the intro. Fez, it's always a good way when Kashmir is on time. It doesn't happen that often. 4 hours and 42 minutes, and we skipped the last like 2 or 3 cutscenes to get to a save point. System will load your data. Is that okay? Yeah, that's fine. Oh, hey. Pause because you entered a block scene. You can't watch this part. What's up, Fez? Okay, I don't really remember what was happening the last time. I sort of do. We got out of the palace. That's a good thing. Oh, fuck me. 105 trophy guide. We gotta follow the guide to make sure we don't miss anything. I'm doing good. Doing pretty good. I went for a nice run today. It was nice. Got to talk to Sergeant Major of the Army today. I gave a little speech. And when I was done, everyone clapped. Our brigade has been called the most chaotic brigade in the army. So he came here to be like, what the fuck is going on? Snowed yesterday? Bro, it's like 80 degrees right now. One at 7 o'clock. So I've said it before. So the sun doesn't go down until like 9 o'clock, maybe like 10 o'clock, and the sun is up by like 5 o'clock in the morning. Like the sun doesn't go down. Like it's a beautiful day, but like every day is a beautiful day. Thing about weather in Seattle is there's not much variety. It's either always raining and always overcast, or it's always sunny. You know, there's not really, you know, give and take, which makes it very predictable, which is, you know, whatever. But now I'm used to unpredictability. All right. Okay, I found where we are. We need to go to bed. Thinking on your phone with some red eyeball icon, right? Right. This is awesome. We ended up at that weird place when we used this nav app, right? Found it on my phone too. I don't even remember installing it. That's creepy. For real, what is this thing? I think it's being downloaded on its own somehow. It's dangerous to use something without knowing what it is. But with it, we can go to that weird place, right? Like it. Basically, it's going to depend on how we use it. But first, we got to find evidence for the beatings. I'm counting on you, alright? Don't go ditching school on me. I feel exhausted. Maybe it's because of the metaverse. This is what Mark Zuckerberg says every time he goes to bed at night. What you up to this lovely Thursday, Vez? Excited for the weekend? Excited for Friday? Sleep. Literally following a guide to the letter. Doing anything special? Aside from resubscribing to Final Fantasy XIV? I'm kidding. I always feel like there's not enough hours in the day, you know? Oh, it's this place again.
Welcome to the Velvet Room. I thought about resuming our previous conversation tonight. That is why I have summoned you. What are your thoughts? Are you becoming accustomed to this place?
Don't be stupid. No, my guts need to be at least bold to say that.
What are your thoughts?
Okay, yeah.
Ah, glad to hear it. It seems you have nerves of steel.
See, a Western RPG would have been like, yeah, just say it, and he'll be an asshole. You know, his actions have consequences. The JRPG, they're like, no, I don't want to be rude. My guts is not high enough to say that.
Your rehabilitation determines if ruin can be stopped. Yet,
It's a 3-day weekend? It's a 3-day weekend for you? Why is it a 3-day weekend? What holidays is happening? There's
Today,
some...
you entered a partnership with someone who awoke to the same power, haven't you?
Victoria Day. What is Victoria Day? Celebrated on the last Monday preceding May 20th to honor Queen Victoria. Victoria Day. Is that like okay? Also called May Long Weekend, May Long, May 2-4, May Run, Firecracker Day. Hey, Jason Voorhees, what's up? I don't care really. Yeah, I don't think anyone. I don't think you would find a person alive that cares about Queen Victoria, but a lot of people alive definitely care about a day off. Day to game, I know, right? Victoria Day. Sovereign's birthday has been celebrated in Canada since the reign of Queen Victoria, 1837 to 1901. Yeah, queen for a while. What's up, Jason? Happy Thursday. Excited about the weekend? That is up there in the land of maple syrup and mounted police. Is celebrating a 3-day weekend. Victoria Day. A holiday I learned about 2 seconds ago. A partnership.
Involving yourself with others is an important foundation for your recovery. You've done well.
Might bake a cake for the queen. Hey, you're only 122 years too late. But go, make a cake for that broad.
That said, I am not advising the formation of superficial relationships. It must not be a frivolity, but a ring of those who would, by morals or faith, lend you their strength.
This guy just looks like a villain, but I'm guessing he's not.
In other words, they are bonds with those who have been robbed of their places to belong.
Oh, so Ryuji has been... Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Okay. So all the protagonists have had something taken away from them. They've had like their identity taken away from them in one way or another. So the main character has basically had his reputation taken away from him because he acted against that guy. Ryuji's had his kind of future stolen away from him. I guess because he assaulted a teacher or he threatened to assault a teacher. I don't know. I'm not really sure. And I'm guessing Nakamura. What's the girl's name? I'm guessing she had something taken away from her as well. I'm guessing she's being blackmailed in a way. Ooh. They are bonds with those who have been robbed of their places to belong. Wonder what that is in the original Japanese.
The expansion of said ring will, in return, help you mature as well.
Jason Voorhees, you ever played Persona 5? My first time playing any Persona game. And depending on who I say that to, they're like, I've never played a Persona game either. And other people are like, what? This is your first time? Blah, blah, blah.
Personas are the strength of heart. The stronger the bonds that surround you, the more power your personas will gain.
Bullshit. The more battles you fight, the stronger they get. I know how RPGs work.
There are countless people in the city who have talents that a weakling like you doesn't. You better rack that noggin of yours and get them on your side. We'll change that into power.
Confidence. Confidence people you trust to share a similar goal. You can find these people in places like school or around town. Try forming bonds with people by visiting them multiple times, earning their trust, and proving your value. Oh, Lord. And gotta have a guy that's gonna tell me who to go to and who to see to get all the trophies. That's the one annoying thing about a game like this, is that Arcana, Fool, Prison Master. Once you have formed a bond, you can open the menu with the triangle button and select Confidence to check the strength of your relationship. Are these just like people in the party, or are these like... Anyway. See, what kind of sucks about this from a trophy hunting perspective is like, oh wow, this is really cool. I bet there's a lot of people out there to like see, you know? But these people are like tied to trophies, so I have to do what the guy tells me to, you know? So yeah, it'll be cool, but it's not going to be anything that I have to like determine myself. Damn you, unmissable trophies.
Indeed, you should be prepared to use even myself, or your ambitions will not come to fruition. We have a deal then.
What's the deal? What do you get out of this? What do I get out of this? What do any of us get out of this? Looks like Igor has high expectations of him.
I am thou. Thou art I. Thou hast acquired a new vow. It shall become the wings of rebellion that breaketh thy chains of captivity. With the birth of the Fool persona,
Thou new become breaketh full power.
Freedom and new power.
Prison Master Fool. Wild Talk. Allows you to negotiate with shadows after performing a holdup. What? Arcana Burst. Earn bonus XP when fusing personas based on their Arcana's Confidant rank. There's a lot of things in that sentence I don't quite understand. But I understand bonus XP.
All right.
You've learned the ability Wild Talk from Eagle. The ability Arcana Burst. It can't be this linear for the entire game. Like at some point you probably at some point this battle system's got to open up. Hopefully we don't have a Final Fantasy 13 on our hands where it takes like 15 hours for the game to open up and not be a giant hallway. So much so that people still call it Final Hallway 13.
Well, you will understand it all in due time. Continue devoting yourself to your rehabilitation.
Now this conversation's over. Get lost, inmate.
Get lost, inmate. I love City.
I can't do this.
How annoying. We barely started high school and already they're making us play at a volleyball rally. Why are they pitting us against the teacher team? Kamoshida's gonna crush us. We get to see his technique live and in person though. It totally gets spiked on. Yeah, okay, you're gonna get your face smashed in. Yeah, whatever. Look at how banged up the volleyball team is. What the hell goes on during their practices? It's a fight club, probably. I just realized at the very end that the main character is walking behind them. He's so unassuming.
Okay, quiet down.
Okay, listen up, everybody. As you all know, today is the volleyball rally. I love when characters start their dialogue with "as you all know." Head to the gymnasium once you've changed. Got it?
Man, you still got it, coach. Thanks. Let's go for one more. All right.
Still sticks out. Hasn't changed a bit.
Pretty boring.
Right?
Sorry. Hey, are you all right? Someone, take him to the nurse's office.
You get that side. He'll pay soon enough.
All right, let's resume the match.
Damn it.
That ass was like a king, acting like a king over here too. Get to know each other better. My ass. Just a one-man show for him to stroke his ego. How he acted like he was worried about Mishima. What an abusive d-bag. Well, anyways. Now's our chance to go look for the guys we saw were slaves yesterday. Oh yeah, he memorized their faces. Let's look at the faces we saw at the castle. All the members of the team should be here today. Be sure to find someone to spill like Kamoshida's physical abuse. Just you wait, asshole. The fact that he's so sure about it makes me think that's like not gonna happen. This is cool. Where are you searching? The first one that popped out was a guy from Class D, so let's start from there. That's your class. Unfortunately, you can get him to talk with. Fortunately, you can get him to talk without any issues. People have been avoiding me lately, so well, but you're kind of in the same boat, huh? You can now move around the map using the R1 button. You use quick travel by bringing up the map with the R1 button. Okay, so we gotta go Class D. Where's Class D? 2D? Is that what they're talking about? The Class 2D? Oh my god, what is wrong with him? And why can't I move the camera? What? Are you skipping out on the volleyball rally? I guess I expected from you, transfer. Oh, fuck off. You want another black guy? Hey, that's the guy who was over at the castle. You too, Sakamoto? What do you guys want? How'd you get injured? It's from practice. What does that have to do with anything? Kamoshida did it to you, right? Look, I ain't gonna tell anyone you squealed. Tell us about how Kamoshida's abusing you. I don't know what you're talking about. Are you afraid?
Damn it!
I'm not. You guys are talking complete nonsense. Don't try and hide it. We already know. You know? You have proof? Well, This is ridiculous. Please leave me alone. You're really bothering me. Alright, that's enough. Come on, let's go. Did we fail? Is there a way to do this? That injury ain't normal. He still won't fess up. Crap, if we keep going at this pace, the ball game's gonna end. I'll leave it to you. I don't know. Leave it to me. It looks like it doesn't really matter what we say. I took the practice building for people before our club start. Handled the classroom building. Third year on the volleyball team that I remember. I think he's in 3C. Third year classrooms are on the first floor. Am I going to remember the layout of the school? I guess I will eventually. Bring up the map. How to make the map bigger? Where's their classroom? Ooh, what are y'all talking about?
Yeah?
Everyone's saying a lot of bad stuff about that transfer student in your class, Anne. I know, I hate rumors already, but they're only getting more and more complex as time goes on. I wonder if he's alright. I hope he's not letting it get to him. It's just like you, Shiho. Always... Shiho? Always worrying about other people before yourself.
Yeah.
Kind of like when you were there for me. Aww. What a nice moment. Hey, where the hell is this fucking classroom? Uh, 3C, right? So 3D... 3C. Oh, yeah. The guy with a huge bandage around his head and around his right arm and leg. Yeah, it's probably that guy. And cleaning up after the volleyball rally is going to be such a goddamn pain. Now, what do you mean? God, I wish you could move the camera when I was in dialogue, but I can't. You got something to say? How'd you get hurt? It's from practice. I know who this guy is. He's that transfer student who's been hanging out with Sakamoto. How does, like, everyone know who I am? Oh, I get it. You're trying to snoop on Mr. Kamoshida, right? Our volleyball team performs at a national level. Of course our practices are going to be tough. The Kamoshida is just dedicated to training us. Don't believe everything Sakamoto says. That's corporal punishment. Don't talk like you know. Hey, we should stop talking to him. What if he loses it and starts attacking us? I heard he even carries a knife around. Who knows what he's capable of? Ooh, a knife. I'm guessing they're just not going to admit to it. How's it going? You tell me first. No good. Everyone's too freaked out about Kamoshida. But I still got a lead. A first year. New member. He just joined, so he might not be all wrapped up in Kamoshida's web of bullshit yet. Pretty sure he's in Class 1B. Try the first year classrooms. They're up on the third floor. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. What's the name? 1B. Already forgot it. 1E, 1D, 1B is right there. Yeah, I'm on the volleyball team. What do you want? What are those injuries? Oh, these? It happened during practice. I mean, everyone on the team's got injuries like this. Mishima Senpai had it especially bad, though. He gets to deal with Mr. Kamoshida's special coaching. This guy sounds like a pervert. Oh, never mind. Forget I said anything. Special coaching? Please, just stop talking to me. Ask someone else if you want to know anything more. Attention, attention. All matches have concluded. Please get ready to go home for today. Damn it, we're out of time. How'd it go? Take a wild guess. They didn't have any luck either. Okay, let's regroup for now. See you in the courtroom? Courtyard? Courtroom.
Can I talk to you for a sec?
Oh, voice dialogue, my favorite. What is it?
It'll be quick. Anyway, what's with you? Like how you were late the other day was a lie and all? There's that weird rumor about you too.
What do you want with him?
Right back at you. You're not even in our class.
We just happen to get to know each other.
What are you planning on doing to Mr. Kamoshida?
Huh? I see. I getcha. You're all buddy-buddy with Kamoshida after all.
Oh, I can't wait to see this. Oh, Ryuji's gonna drop some fire.
This has nothing to do with you, Sakamoto.
You know what happens when two blonde people argue in a Japanese setting? They
If you
explode.
found out what he's been doing behind your back, you dump him right away.
Ooh.
Behind my back? What's that supposed to mean?
You wouldn't get it.
That's gotta be some kind of translation error. Did Ryuji just imply he's having sex with the volleyball team? I mean, he might. I mean, special coaching.
Anyway.
And he walks around pretty much naked in his own palace. He probably is. He probably got some kind of weird fetish with abuse, with sadomasochism.
I don't know what you're trying to pull, but no one's gonna help you. I'm warning you, just in case. That's all.
But I mean, homosexuality in Japan is slightly less frowned upon than Nazism. Probably not going to be in a game.
Why she gotta be so aggressive all the time?
I was kind of amazed that. So you can marry other players in Final Fantasy XIV. I was kind of amazed that you could marry players of the same gender. I was like, this is a Japanese game. That shit does not happen over there. They are not LGBTQ plus friendly. He seemed annoyed.
She's been like that since middle school. Anyways, that's not what we're here to talk about. I had no luck on my end. What about you? Did anything like someone's name turn up?
Mishima.
Huh? Special coaching, huh?
He's...
True. I always see the guy covered in bruises.
rough sex.
Let's go talk to him before he leaves then. Hey, got a second?
Poor kid.
And you too. Come on, we just want to chat. Kamoshida's been coaching you, huh? You sure it's not just physical abuse? Certainly not. What are you talking all polite for? Anyways.
Yo, look at the books in the background on that shelf. Oh my god. PS1 graphics.
We saw him spike you today, right in the face. That was just
because I'm not good at the sport.
Still, that doesn't explain all the other bruises you've got. They're from practice. Is he forcing you to keep quiet?
That's...
What's going on here? Mishima, isn't it time for practice?
I'm not feeling well today.
What? Maybe you're better off quitting then. You're never going to improve that crappy form unless you show up to practice.
Didn't you hear? He ain't feeling well.
Oh, this ain't gonna end well.
Well, Mishima, are you coming to practice or not?
I'll go.
As for you, any more trouble and you'll be gone from this school for sure.
Bastard.
Same goes for you. Didn't the principal tell you to keep in line? Just don't get in the way of my practice. All these unsettling rumors are making the students anxious after all.
This motherfucker talks like a mafioso. All these rumors are making people nervous. And when people get nervous, they tend to lash out, if you get my meaning.
That's your own goddamn fault.
Oh!
This won't get us anywhere. Let's go, Mishima. Shujin Academy is a place where those with aspirations come to learn. Unworthy students like yourselves don't have any right to be here. Get with the program.
Yes, sir. That asshole. He's gonna pay for this.
There's no point.
Huh?
Proving that he's physically abusing us is meaningless. Everybody knows. The principal, our parents, they all know, and they all keep quiet about it.
Jesus!
This has gotta be a joke.
What?
Don't be a pain. You don't understand what I'm going through. Shouldn't you, of all people, know that nothing's going to help?
Damn it.
Quit.
No, I ain't giving up. I'll try one more time to persuade the other guys. That's all I can do.
Hey, this don't make any goddamn sense. Principal and even the parents know about the abuse. Why isn't anybody speaking up? They don't care. Probably because volleyball. Probably because volleyball. Yeah. Basically means Kamoshida made the volleyball team famous, yeah? And so they don't give him the right to do whatever he wants. He's beating kids up and all they're allowed to do is endure. That follower of his doesn't give one single shit. Follower. Anna. Takamaki. You met her in the courtyard, remember? You should know her. I mean, she's in your class, dude. I mean, her face is on the cover of the game, so I assume she's also going to be a playable character. Ah, what a load of bull. I can't let it end like this. I'm going to try and find someone who knows about what's going on with Kamoshida during break tomorrow. Just you watch, I ain't giving up. My man, like, 8 texts without a response. I love it. I'm beat from running around all day. I can't do anything else but sleep. It's like, it asked me like I'm going to do something else. Luckily, we have a revisit to Kamoshida's palace coming up. See Mr. Kamoshida play yesterday? He was so awesome. I think I might ask for his autograph after school. Oh, shut up. I don't know if that's such a good idea. I hear that you shouldn't go near the PE faculty office. People say you can hear weird sounds like screaming even though no one's there. What the fuck? What? That's probably just a rumor spread by fans to scare the competition. Oh my god. So about witnesses. I was wondering if we could get something out of Takamaki. Since she's the Kamoshida. No, that ain't why. Hear me out. You know how we didn't get a thing out of the volleyball team? I figured it'd be a good idea to talk to someone who knows them. Takamaki's BFFs with a starter, a girl named Sui. I tried to talk to that girl during break, but I got nothing. That's why we should have Takamaki talk to her. Then again, I guess it'll be hard getting her to help us. Alright, let me see what else I can come up with. My man texts 4 words, and Ryuji texts like multiple paragraphs.
Shouldn't you be heading to volleyball? Uh-huh.
Even she gets abused? Motherfuckers are hitting women? God damn!
That bruise above your eye. Is that from practice too?
Yeah.
Are you sure you're not pushing yourself too hard?
I'm okay. Volleyball's the only thing I can do right.
This poor woman.
Shouldn't you take that?
Well, girl, I guess.
It's probably just my part-time job, I think.
Part-time job, huh?
I should get going.
Shiho. Are you sure you're okay?
Uh-huh.
Yes. Today won't work. I'm not feeling so good. Sorry. Bye.
Hey, wasn't that Takamaki?
Rumor has it she's dating Kamoshida.
Seriously?
I heard people saw them in his car together.
You know, she seems pretty easy, huh? You think I'd have a chance too?
God damn.
Come on, dude. You can't go after Kamoshida's bitch.
Shit! Japanese schools sound awful. Just terrible. Just throw the whole Japanese school system away and start over.
What is it?
Oh, I'm in the way, aren't I? Sorry. They try to trick you, man. They voice a little bit of it, but not the whole thing. Are you hurt?
Huh?
You got bandages all over you, girl, and you got a black eye. You don't look familiar. You be that student, transfer student from Class D? These Japanese are nosy motherfuckers. I've never seen you before. Are you in this... This might not be in my business, but don't let the rumors get to you, okay? Why do you say that? Well, I've helped with a similar situation before. My best friend is often misunderstood too, all because of her looks. Ah, sorry, I didn't mean to drag on like that.
Then I'll...
Anyway, I have to go to practice. I'll see you around.
Damn it! What the hell?
Find someone?
Is that what it looks like?
No, it sounds like you didn't have any success.
All of them kept saying the same shit Mishima was talking about. Kamoshida had to have told him something. At this rate, looks like we'll have to go to him directly.
Or just film it. Or just, like, find a way to get pictures of it. And then take it to the newspapers. And then they can't ignore it anymore. I mean, I guess we're gonna deal with him directly somehow. I don't know what we're gonna do.
I know. But seriously, isn't there something we can do?
Yeah, record it and take it to the newspapers.
No way I'm gonna give in like this.
You'll ruin his reputation and force the school to fire him. If that's what you really want.
Can you think of anything?
Yes, what I just said. We should call the cops. What are you gonna call the cops? You have no proof. Sneak attack for what? Why isn't there a third option?
Oh, that'd be fine if we could do it without getting caught, but if we did, we'd be seriously done for.
Just buy a GoPro, tape it to a wall of the gymnasium, and just leave it running for like 8 hours, and you'll find something.
You got any other ideas?
You have to watch 8 hours of footage, but whatever.
So you want to tell them about the castle? They'd never believe us.
Neither one of those sounds like good options.
Have any other ideas? What do we do?
Let's punish the king? Is that the right answer?
You mean that other world's Kamoshida?
Sure.
I didn't think of that, but is there any meaning to...
I finally found you.
Is that our cat girl? Oh my god, she's a real cat.
Don't think you can get away with not paying me back for helping you.
Is this Luna?
That voice... Is that you, Morgana?
It's a poor man's Luna.
How dare you up and leaving me the other day?
The cat's talking?
I am not a cat. This is just what happened when I came to this world. It was a lot of trouble finding you two.
Wait, you came to our world? Does that mean you've got a phone?
You don't need one when you're at my level. I did get pretty lost making my escape, though.
That aside, why can you talk? You're a cat!
How should I know?
How should I know? So, like, can anyone hear this cat talk, or just us for some reason? We must be hallucinating. No, I should say meow.
I think we've both gone off the deep end.
You guys are having a rough time of this, I heard you mention something about witnesses.
Oh, shut up!
You know, I could tell you a thing or two about what to do about Kamoshida. You were pretty close just a moment ago.
God, that condescending attitude. This thing's gotta be Morgana.
You were still doubting me?
Quiet down!
We really have to be looking for a cat in a busy time like this?
I just heard a meow somewhere near here. Didn't you hear it?
Make sure you check every nook and cranny around.
Meow? Does that mean only us two can understand what you're saying?
Of course. Of course it does.
Looks like it.
What the hell's going on? Anyways, what you were talking about earlier, is it for real?
You're quite the skeptic for being an idiot.
Hey, tell us more. Then again, this probably ain't the best place. Here, stick it in your bag for now. It should be just small enough to fit.
Hey! How dare you treat me like... Don't be so rough with me!
Enough of that! You said you know how we can do something about Kamoshida, right?
Yes, please tell me and let me fight some more battles. So I can get a handle on this battle system.
It has to do with what this guy was talking about earlier. You'll need to attack his castle.
What do you mean?
That castle is how Kamoshida views this school. He doesn't realize what happens in there, but it's deeply connected to the depths of his heart. Thus, if the castle disappears, it would naturally impact the real Kamoshida.
But how? What would it do?
What'd happen?
Yeah, what would happen?
A palace is a manifestation of a person's distorted desires. So, if that castle were no more...
His desires we go to.
Precisely. You sure pick up things fast.
Oh, so it makes him a better person to just destroy the castle.
For real? He's gonna turn good? But is that really getting back at him?
Erasing a palace essentially means forcing the owner to have a change of heart. However, even though their warped wants disappear, the crimes they committed remain.
Kamoshida will become unable to bear the weight of those crimes, and he'll confess them himself.
You sure about that, cat?
You for real? That's possible?
And since the palace will no longer exist, he'll forget what we did there as well.
Okay.
Not only will we be able to bring Kamoshida down, but there won't even be a trace of our involvement.
Actually, kind of cool concept.
Amazing! You are one incredible cat!
True. Except for the cat part.
How many times are you gonna be like, I'm actually not a cat? Thank you.
So, how do we get rid of the palace?
By stealing the treasure held within.
Stealing?
I'll tell you more once you agree to go ahead with this. It's my most valuable secret plan, after all. If you want to help me out, I'll gladly teach you. What's your call?
Our luck's running dry looking for witnesses. Guess we have no choice but to go along.
Good. Oh, right. There's one more thing I should tell you. If we erase a palace, there is no doubt that the person's distorted desires will be erased as well. But desires are what we all need in order to survive.
So what? Huh?
The will to sleep, eat, fall in love. Those sorts of things.
What are you getting at?
If all of those yearnings were to vanish, they'd be no different than someone who is shut down entirely. They may even die if they're not given proper care. So...
They might die?
The fuck?
Will you listen to everything I have to say first?
Would their death be our fault?
Aren't you determined enough to face those kinds of risks?
Hey, what do you think?
I don't really want to kill him.
No, of course not.
Sheesh. I come all this way and this is what I get. It's not like anyone will ever find out.
I mean, you would know. You would carry that guilt with you forever.
That's not the point. If we just go around secretly doing whatever we want, we'd be no better than that effing Kamoshida.
Isn't this your only option? I'll come back later. Make sure you've made your decision by then.
Man, we're getting all worked up for nothing. Damn it. I'll try and see if I can figure out another way. Come on, let's get out of here.
Let Ryuji cook. Hey, what's up, Sin? Happy Thursday. How you doing, man? There's nothing left for me to do today. I guess I should head straight home. I heard something that got my attention. About that Suzui girl. Looks like rumors are going around about her and Kamoshida. Damn. If they're true, it's no wonder I couldn't get her to talk. Still, something about that doesn't seem right. You know something? It's nothing so clear cut, but I've known Takamaki and Suzui since middle school. There's just no way Kamoshida's their type, you know? So I gotta wonder where those rumors come from. Well, whatever, I'll try asking around some more. You like Ryuji? I like Ryuji too. I also really like the fact that our boy doesn't speak. I like that he's a silent protagonist. I like that a lot, for whatever reason. What is this? 4/14, Thursday. I gotta follow a damn guide because there's so many missables. Did you ever get the platinum for Persona 5? If you named Ren, who the fuck is that? Who did I name the main character? Kashmir. Is that his canon name? I don't even know if I'm going the right place. I named him Kashmir, of course. He's very clearly meant to be the player. But yeah, I named him after me.
Will you please?
What's up,
start
Red
rest?
Legs?
I told you I'm not feeling up to it. Wait, what? That's not what you promised. And you call yourself a teacher?
Ooh, damn. My favorite song of the whole game. What, the background song? What are you talking about?
This has nothing to do with Shiho. Shiho's starting position.
Damn, he's dangling that over her head.
Wait, were you listening?
Not on purpose.
Haven't you heard of privacy? No, I was out of line. Sorry. So, how much did you hear?
Something about a friend.
Shiho. It's nothing at all. Nothing.
She has tears in her eyes. Follow her. Get back here, I just want to talk. So how long ago did you play this sim? This game's been out for what, like 6 or 7 years at this point? And I never played it? Rin has tried to get me to play this damn game for like months now. And I've kind of avoided doing it. But this game got picked by the Platinum Pool, by the RNG gods. It got picked. So we're doing it for the next like 4 or 5 months. Stop following me. Just leave me alone. You okay?
No.
Why? Why do you keep worrying about me? Let's go somewhere safe. What the heck? I really don't get you.
I don't have anything to talk about with you.
I played it a few months after it came out, then bought the Persona 5 Royal, and got Strikers day one. So this is original Persona 5. I bought this way back in 2018. I bought this like 5 years ago and never played it. Like many games, it sat on my shelf for a very long time, and I've moved around since then, so it's actually been put on multiple shelves and like not played. And it was Rin, like 4 other people that chose it, and it won.
It was just an argument.
An estimated 140-hour platinum. I think if you skip all the cutscenes, it's less than 100 hours.
You heard every last word then.
Seems like he's really stressed out.
Thank you very much!
You've heard the rumors, haven't you? About Mr. Kamoshida. Everyone says we're getting it on. But that's so not true. That was him on the other line. I avoided giving him my number for the longest time.
Why did you?
He told me to go to his place after this. You know what it means. If I turn him down, he said he'd take my friend off as a regular on the team. I've been telling myself this is all for Shiho's sake. I can't take it anymore.
Jesus. What an awful human being.
I've had enough of this. I hate him. But still, Shiho's my best friend. She's all I have left in that sorry excuse of a school. Tell me, what should I do?
I'm doing whatever the guide tells me to for the minimum number of missables.
It's not
Oh, you would know. What are my options? I'm like right at the beginning of the game, dude.
What even talked to you before.
I'm doing whatever I need to do to minimize the number of playthroughs. If who I decide to romance is not tied to a trophy, I don't know. Who did you romance? I mean, I'm guessing you decided on Ryuji.
You might be right.
Oh, Kawakami.
You're so weird. Usually everyone just ignores me. Are you really a bad person, as the rumor says? You just don't seem like it.
The fucking teacher? Are you spoiling? Japanese schools are wild. I'm bad to the bone.
That you assaulted someone. That you almost killed them.
Yeah, I did.
Kinda had a feeling they were all just exaggerations. You seemed lonely. Almost like you didn't belong anywhere. You're the same in that regard. Maybe that's why it was so easy for me to talk to you. Is there really no way for me to help Shiho? I wish he'd just change his mind. Like, forget about me and everything. As if something like that would ever happen. I wasn't asking for a serious response. But I do feel a bit better now. I'm gonna head home. Don't tell anyone what I told you. I'll try and think of a way to persuade Kamoshida. Well, thanks.
Suzui.
Is who you decide to romance tied to a trophy?
Are you leaving?
What is it?
Mr. Kamoshida's asking for you. He's in the PE faculty office.
What did he say?
I don't know. Well, I have to go.
Just romance someone? Oh, okay. Well, I don't know anything about the teacher other than she's my teacher. And she seems kind of a bitch. Okay, maybe it's still early in the game, but what this game is teaching me is that Japanese schools are just fucking horrible. You're late. Where have you been? Any anime could teach you that as well? I mean, I don't watch anime. I watch, like, if something's good and anime, I'll watch it, you know? That way the unalive rate is so high. I think there's other, it's probably not just the schools. I think there's other factors. Like, the schools are a reflection of the culture, you know? Some thug was bothering me. Train too late, I got lost. Some thug was bothering me. Just don't come running to me when you get arrested. That'll be it for you, remember? By the way, you haven't been hanging around any bad influences, have you? 100%. I actually made a friend.
Oh.
You gotta be pretty strange to want to spend time with you. Make sure you're careful who you're friends with. Wait. Oh, that's an error. Careful who you are friends with. If you don't want them ruining your life. Or Yuji, why you do them like that? Look at the time. Seriously, think about how I feel having to stay up here waiting for you. Aw, thanks, Dad. He looks like, what, Goemon? He looks like Goemon without the hat from Lupin the Third. Yeah, I'm leaving. In the future, try not to come back so damn late, understood? Sure. So what do you think about what Morgana told us? Who's that? I don't know if I get all that stuff about stealing desires. Kamoshida's gonna turn like Brain did if we mess up, right? I mean, sure, I'm pissed at him, but I don't know if I really want to kill the guy. He deserves it. He probably doesn't deserve to die, but he definitely deserves to suffer a little bit. That's too much. For sure. I mean, maybe I'm just freaking out, but I don't want to end up a murderer because of this shit. Oh well. Try and see if I can come up with some other way tonight. There's just so little combat. Usually when I start up a JRPG, the first thing I like to do is go out to like the starting area and just fight until I kind of like get the combat. Here, so far, all the fights have been scripted. There's only been a couple of them. I can't believe Suzui Senpai missed such an important meeting. I wonder what happened. Kamoshida asked to see her. I've been hearing rumors about how Mr. Kamoshida and Suzui Senpai stay late. He always shows up to meetings, though. It's weird she wasn't at that one yesterday.
That was too close. You were almost a Jill sandwich.
You're right. What's up, Khalil? It's been a minute, man. How you been?
I assume all of you know about the separation of powers. There are 3 branches.
Nice to see you. Welcome to the stream. How's your Thursday going, my man? What's wrong with it? Yeah, I don't watch Twitch much. Ah, you're fine. I don't watch Twitch much either. I basically had nothing to do with Twitch until I started streaming. And I only started streaming because PS4 has like a little option right here. It says share, and I'll show you. You got broadcast right here, and I'm like, broadcast? What's that? And you can broadcast to Twitch. And I was like, ah, fuck it, you know? While I'm playing a game, I might as well put it on Twitch. That's how it all started. Been good, trophies mainly. You know how it be. What's a particularly fun or interesting or difficult platinum you gotten lately? As you can see, I got Dead Space recently. That was the latest platinum. And it took like 2 months because I only played it for a couple hours on like Thursdays and Fridays.
The National Diet is legislative, the Cabinet is executive, and the Supreme Court is judiciary.
Fascinating.
This division of power provides checks and balances, which ensures no one branch becomes unstoppable.
Yeah, that's kind of becoming less true in America, I think.
Have you made up your mind?
This cat.
No matter how much thinking you do, there's only one option. You'd be better off just listening to me.
What's that? What you say? Wife's playing at the moment, but when she's done, I'm gonna be on that. You bought the remake? So the platinum I got is not for the remake; it's for the original. Love the original. I had fun with it, but I think having to play through it so many times to get enough power nodes to upgrade everything was just like really tedious. Hard mode was pretty fun, especially in the beginning where you don't really have many resources and you don't really have many options to deal with enemies. Original 360? I forgot how many times played. I played through the game I think 3.5 times. I played through twice. I played through like 2.5 times on normal difficulty to get all the power nodes to upgrade everything. I could have done it sooner, but I wanted to buy the level 5 suit or level 6 suit, whatever it was. The suit you can only get on New Game Plus. I was like, oh fuck it, let's buy it, you know. And it's 100,000 power nodes. So it's 100,000 credits. That's like 10 power nodes that I had to like, you know, find elsewhere. Okay, that one cannon thing where you need to survive with a certain. That wasn't bad actually. So we got that trophy. I think it took 2 tries, and we got that trophy. And it also took 2 tries for the boss as well of the game, so I didn't mind playing a ton. I mean, I liked it, but I don't know. There was just something. I think it was because the plasma cutter is so good. 2? You mean 200? It only took me twice. It only took me 2 tries. It's easy once you figure out that you can just hold down one. Okay, so Ripper sucked, man. So what I did on the impossible mode playthrough is I just used the plasma cutter, and I used the money that I would have used to upgrade other weapons, just buy more stasis packs. So the Ripper, off the top of my head, Ripper is only useful for the little guys that crawl around, and the enemies that come apart when you like shoot them, like where their body parts start going after you. Of which there's only like 5 in the whole game. Like what I did was so you never ever have to kill those enemies that like come apart, whatever they're called. So I would just stasis them and run. There's one that's in a hallway that you have to go through a few times, and the game is like nudging you in the direction of killing that thing. But I literally just stasis them every time and went. I'm like, I'm not gonna fight you. For sucks in the original, if I recall, but the remake is ridiculous. Almost everything sucks in the original. Like almost every gun was fucking terrible. Except maybe the force gun when it's fully leveled up. Because it's basically a shotgun. But, like, it is so expensive to level weapons up. You know what I mean? Like, you can level up the plasma cutter to maximum damage in, like, the first 3 chapters. Game gun is OP, though. So I had to get 30 kills with every weapon. And almost every time I finally got a kill with a weapon, I was like, oh, thank God, put that away. I'm not going to do that anymore. And most of these weapons were fully leveled up when I was grinding my kills. I think like 5 shots kill something. So I got into, well, okay, so impossible difficulty, it was 4 shots. On impossible difficulty, I think it was 4, maybe 6 shots to kill almost every enemy in the game. So if you only have 1 weapon on you, you're only going to get ammo for that weapon. Or you're going to get a ton of ammo for that weapon. And because you're just upgrading 1 weapon, that 1 weapon's going to get really good. And that money that you would use to buy other weapons or buy other power nodes to update the other weapon, you can just buy more ammo and healing items. If you super specialize in weapons, you're going to have a much easier time in the game. And for me, the plasma cutter was the best gun in the game. Now, on impossible difficulty, it also made... So that boss fight in the middle, I think it's called Leviathan. The boss fight in Chapter 6, that was probably the hardest part of the game. Because it was so long. Which, it could have been easier if I'd used the... what's the laser weapon? I don't know. But apparently, the laser weapon makes that fight a lot easier. Yeah, it was rough. That boss fight was pretty rough. That boss fight was probably the hardest part of the game. Almost everything else I did in 1 or 2 tries. But that, it's just so long. Like, I'm not exaggerating. He probably has 6 or 7 times the amount of health on impossible difficulty as he does on normal. On normal, you can beat him in like 5 minutes. But on impossible, it's significantly longer. Who's trying to get a hold of me? Why are you in there?
Did I just hear a cat just now?
You have some cool new weapons and enemies. So I've left Dead Space 2 in the plat pool. Oh yeah, Khalil. So we're doing something new around here, right? So a lot of people have been saying, why don't you play this? Why don't you play that? You know? And I don't really have a scheme. I don't really have a way to like pick what I'm gonna play next. A lot of times I'll just play like the newest game that comes out. So this is kind of a way for people to kind of nudge me in a certain direction. So right now, if you go to the Google Doc, see, there's like 4 games there. You got Persona 5 Strikers, Life is Strange Before the Storm, Jedi Fallen Order, and Kingdom Hearts 3. So when I get the platinum for this game, which could be a while, I'm going to take all these games and get a random number generator and just randomly pick one. That's gonna be the next one. Dead Space is probably my favorite horror game. Alien Isolation is a cool second. Alien Isolation sucked. Going for the platinum. It's a great game to play through like once. It's really, really good to play through one time. But playing through it to get the platinum, it got... Oh, man. Alien Isolation kills you so many times, you start not to care. Like, say what you want about Resident Evil. Resident Evil doesn't kill you. Resident Evil doesn't kill you that often, you know? But when you do die, you're likely to lose a lot of progress, you know? Like, I would be willing to bet for a first-time playthrough of Resident Evil 1, your average person is probably not going to die more than, like, a couple times. Maybe like a dozen times. Maybe even more than that, you know? But when they do die, they're probably going to lose a lot of progress. And they're probably going to be a lot more cautious. But you play through Alien Isolation, you're going to die like dozens, if not over 100 times. Maybe not that many. You're going to die a lot. Especially with the face huggers. Like, you die so often, you're just like, I don't even care anymore. Okay, I died. Okay, don't go that direction. Okay, make sure you take out that enemy so he doesn't kill you next time. Speaking of Resi, I still need a Plat 8 and now RE4 make. Didn't you motherfucker, didn't you Plat 8? You were playing through on like knife only mode, weren't you? Like maybe a year ago. Over 900 times my last trophy, so kind of flexing. Oh yeah, that was one of my last trophies too. Well, okay, so my last trophy was for playing through the whole game without dying, because hang on a second. Let me find it on the YouTube. Let me find it. So I made a video, you know, as I always do for the platinum pops. Where is it? Oh, there it is. There you go. You're so inclined. Oh yeah, I must have fucked up with reloading saves, and I must have picked a save that was not good. So I went through the whole game with like one death, and I got to the very end, and the fucking trophy didn't pop. I think it was called One Shot. It's a good game. Trophy actually was to die as Xenomorph 100 times. I probably died more than 100, to be honest. Just like the humans face like an android. There's some clips on the channel, man. There's some clips on the channel where I just walk into a room and I just die. Like, I want to say it's the second to last chapter. When you walk into the control room, so when you finally get the key to the control room and you walk in there, there's a facehugger in there. And if you don't kill him right away, they just kill you instantly. The game is too long. The game is too long for the gameplay it has. It's like super basic and super bare bones. I understand why it is, because they don't want to make you too empowered. They want you to avoid combat as much as possible, you know? When I was playing through Alien Isolation, I had a thought, you know? Like, everyone talks about, oh, the old school Resident Evils, you know, every bullet was important, every healing item was important. Yeah, but not like nowadays. Like, if you play through Resident Evil 2, the original Resident Evil 2, and you're going to have a ton of ammo and a ton of healing items by the end of the game. They give you a lot of stuff. And Resident Evil 3 is true as well. Like, they give you a lot of stuff, you know? Yeah, you probably don't want to put 25 bullets into every zombie in the game. You know, you probably want to avoid combat when you can. But Alien Isolation, they really limit what you have. Like, you really do just want to run away most of the time. A lot of horror games make you replay tons of times, which I think is just because of Resident Evil. So Resident Evil 1 is not that long. That's why they had two characters that are so you basically play through the exact same game. There's like only minor differences, you know, but it adds to the gameplay. Resident Evil 2 has like two completely different scenarios and two characters to play through them. Resident Evil 2 gives you a lot of bang for your buck, like especially back in 9 and 8. And people just nostalgic for the Amstrad Edge because they were kids and it's bad in conserving resources. Yeah. The thing is though, like in Resident Evil 1, you get tons of handgun ammo all over the place. And handgun ammo is basically worthless against everything except basic zombies, of which there's not really that many that you have to deal with. Like, if you play through Resident Evil 1, when you're trying to get all the masks and you're trying to get, you know, the stuff to get to the first boss, yeah, there's zombies. But that's like the only time zombies are really a problem. Or let me say where you can put them in the plat pool. You can put anything in that list. So I have a list there of every game I have. Fucking go for it. Pick whatever you want. I'm probably gonna here's the thing. You can't put the same game in the list multiple times. So let's say you have like 20,000 channel points. You can't put the same game in the list 10 times. However, you can put a game that someone else has put in there. So like right now, I think Vez put in Kingdom Hearts 3. You can put Kingdom Hearts 3 also. So it gives it a better chance of being picked. But it's only one time per person. You know? Because there's a lot of people, I have a lot of viewers that have like dozens, like thousands and thousands of channel points. And if I let them, they would just put whatever game they wanted me to play like 50 times in there. And if somebody new comes in and sees a list, they're like, well, fuck this. Someone put the same game in 50 times. There's no way. And they're discouraged from participating. On my phone, so I need to tab out of stream and look at the list. Give me a sec. No problem. Could that rumored cat be somewhere nearby?
Settle down! We're in the middle of an important lecture.
It's no use. I can't think of any other way. Concentrate on class. I can't deal with that shit right now. I mean, what we're gonna do about Kamoshida? We just gotta go along with what that cat says. Yeah, I mean, if you don't, there's no video game. And then where are you? You're just a visual novel. Ah, that damn furball. This is like a visual novel first and a video game second. At least right now it is.
Hey, what's that?
Enough! This is a classroom!
Wait, she's going to jump!
What? What? What?
Suzui?
What's going on?
Shiho? For real? Come on, let's go.
Hey, stay in your seat.
Ooh, Hellblade. We will add Hellblade to the list. Dude, I think only I can make edit. Hellblade. That was also in the last round, and I was hoping that was gonna win. Game's a fucking 10 out of 10. I've heard it's really good. And also it's very short. Which lets us to get to other games, you know what I mean?
No way! Huh? Is she gonna commit suicide?
It's Suzui! Shio Suzui!
Huh? Suzui-san?
That running animation though. Oh no! No! Bro, we just played Life is Strange. I can't deal with another girl throwing herself off. Whoa! Yo, Persona 5 doesn't fucking around. Oh my god.
Oh my god!
Holy shit. I didn't expect this. What? No. Oh god.
Calm down! Back to your seats!
No! Why?
It's over, Anakin! I have the high ground!
Oh my god.
Hey.
Hey, what's going on? We should head to the courtyard too. Did you see her fall? I wonder if she's okay. I saw it. After falling from that height, she must be seriously hurt or worse. Yeah, she's fucking dead, man. Where are we going to? Courtyard? Oh, we can... Oh, wait. I don't know why I thought it was upstairs. Idiot. I don't know where the damn courtyard is, but I found a cutscene. Hey, let me through. What the hell? Out of my way, man. I love Ryuji. I love how casually he opens the door, like, hey, what's up?
Class is still in session.
Holy shit.
Shio.
What the hell's wrong with these people?
We need someone to go with her. Are there any teachers around?
I'm not in charge of her class, though.
Well, we should leave this to Principal Kobayakawa.
I'll go.
Please hurry.
Shio. Why?
On. I'm sorry. I can't take this anymore.
This fucking piece of shit drove a girl to suicide. Yeah. I think Ryuji's like, if he dies, he dies. Fuck it.
Shio. Huh? Kamoshida? No. Shio.
Oh, I hate this guy. Oh, I hate this guy. Oh, this is how you write a good villain.
Volleyball team.
There's like two ways to write a good villain, I think. One is make someone that's just awful and just completely unsympathetic. Someone who you dying to see get taken down. I think the perfect example of that is Frieza from Dragon Ball. But maybe this guy tops him. And the other way to do a really good villain is someone who seems reasonable. Someone who actually, like, you know, that kind of makes a lot of sense. You know, and your motivations are kind of justified. Huh, but you're the bad guy. I'm getting tingles thinking about what's coming. Oh, God.
Return to your classrooms at once.
I have no clue. I have no idea. I don't know anything about Persona 5. I know it's really long, and I know Rin has been trying to get me to play it for probably a year at this point.
That guy. Hey, wasn't Mishima acting weird?
He knows something.
We're gonna make him talk this time.
I love how no one but the main character and whoever's talking, like his friend, has like eyes in these like backgrounds. My favorites are the villains who are right, or at least not inherently. Yeah, okay, so I think a perfect example of a really good villain that's just like awful and reprehensible is Frieza. And a good example of a villain that is reasonable in a way is Solidus. So Solidus, up until the very end, all he wants to do is destroy the Patriots and free the United States from the Patriots' influence and control. And then he's like, but the way I'm going to do it is by detonating a nuclear weapon above New York and destroying the stock market. And it's like, okay, well, I was with you up until then, Solidus, but, you know, your heart's in the right place. But fuck you, we got to stop it. We're going to make him... Yeah, see, Sin, I don't pay attention. If I know I'm going to play a game eventually, I don't want to know anything about it. Like, I know I'm going to play Final Fantasy 16 eventually. That's why I don't watch the trailers. I don't really care about the previews. I don't care about any of that. Like, I'm going to play it eventually. I'm going to experience it for myself. I don't need to look at all this shit, you know? Ever played Pokemon Black and White? I played Pokemon Red and Blue back in the day. And I played Pokemon Gold and Silver in like 2000. And like, that was it. I never played another Pokemon game after that. I don't know. It's not like I don't like those kind of games where you like catch a bunch of monsters and they have like types and some are strong against others and all that. I really like Ni no Kuni. Like paying for my 16CE tomorrow. It's my birthday gift to me. 16CE, what is that? In case you ever do, assuming you probably won't, banger story. Put it on a PlayStation console and add trophies to it and I'm there. Teachers, return to your classrooms for the time being. Please do not let any students go home. This motherfucker looks like the Penguin. Collector's edition? Ah. Oh, FF16 Collector's edition. Wait. What's going on with the audio? Is the audio good? Hang on. What happened to the audio? The audio is weird. Hang on a second. And there's no visual. The capture card die? The capture card... Am I still broadcasting? Yeah. What's the capture card? Hang on a second. The capture card is just... The capture card is not broadcasting, but it's still... The signal's still going through it because I can see it on my TV. Hang on. Hang on a second. This is very strange. Microphone still works, right? Yeah, okay, microphone still works. Okay. You guys can't see what's going on. Where is video capture? I have not, like, looked at my capture card settings in, like, probably over a year at this point. Where is video? Capture's here. We have video. Where is my audio? Why is there no audio? There should be audio, and there's not. How dare you? Oh, here we go. Ah, okay. It had to reboot itself. So for me to hear it and to see it, it has to go through the capture card. Oh, Morgana's sitting up there in a soccer ball. Hey, that was weird. Anyway, yeah, I'm not getting a collection edition. Fuck that. I'm getting like the base game.
I didn't run.
I'm only buying the Final Fantasy Pixel remasters as I'm playing them. So right now I played 1 and 2. I'm playing through 2. I bought 1 and I bought 2, and once it's time to play 3, I'll buy 3. You know? They're only like $10 each.
She jumped and tried to kill herself.
Yeah, the fuck, man.
Leave me alone.
Open the PS5 plates and controller come to US, or at least not. Isn't it more expensive that way? Well, no. So yeah, I think it's slightly more expensive, you know. But here's the thing. It might it might take me so long. Okay, so I'm playing through all the Final Fantasies. I'm playing through Final Fantasy 14. I'm playing through this game. I got a lot of games I'm playing through. It's gonna take me a while to get through the Final Fantasy Pixel remasters. Chances are, by the time I get to like Final Fantasy 5 or 6, they've been out for a long time. The price has gone down, or there's like a sale going on, you know. But if I buy, like, pretty good chance that when a game first comes out, that's the most expensive it's ever going to be. Like, very rarely do games increase in price over time. Unless they're like an old Nintendo game. Unless it's like decades since the game came out, right? But something that's so widely available digitally, and will probably be widely available digitally forever, it's only going to decrease in price. So if I buy all the games up front now, yeah, it would be cheaper than buying them all individually now, but it probably won't be cheaper than buying them later on. I love Khalil's like, you're probably right. Yeah, I got it. I love you, Khalil. I miss you, man. I've been streaming a long time now, and every now and then someone will pop up that I just haven't seen in a while. I'll be like, yo, man, what's up? How's it going? Just tell us.
He's right.
I like video games, but I also try not to spend a lot of money on them. Oh, that breeze feels so good. So like most of my games, well, okay, all of my games are bought secondhand. So I usually buy games from Facebook Marketplace or from like used game shops. So Facebook Marketplace is a big one. I'll just go on Facebook Marketplace and look at what's being sold in my area. And a lot of times people are giving away PlayStation 4 games. They're like, hey, $4 for Devil May Cry 5 or something. Yui, my wife, pre-ordered them because she loves them. Already played a few of them. Yeah, I was I was trying to pre-order them. Oh, we usually buy games cheap. This one wasn't accepted for you. Oh, your wife has good taste. I'm a bit jealous. So we played through Final Fantasy 1. I had a blast with Final Fantasy 1. I had a lot of fun. Final Fantasy 2 is fine, but it's you know, the random encounter rate is through the roof. It's like every 6 steps you get into a random battle, and these are like tough battles because of the battle system. And I'm also not cheesing it. Like, I'm not attacking. I don't know if you ever played Final Fantasy 2, but you level up based on Final Fantasy 4 is her second favorite in the series. Ooh, what's her first? Final Fantasy 4 is pretty far down for me. You missed it, but we played through Final Fantasy 8 earlier in the year. I think we played through like February, March, and I gotta say, I think Final Fantasy 8 might be my favorite Final Fantasy. I had a blast playing through it, you know, and we got the platinum for it, right? I had a blast playing Triple Triad. Final Fantasy 13-3? Lil, how many points do you have? Where's my window? I'm gonna call it FF13 Lightning Return. Thank you for not saying Final Fantasy X too. Her favorite is Final Fantasy 13? Final Fantasy 13 is one of my least favorite. A lot. I'm only gonna use those two though. Okay. Final Fantasy 13. Final Fantasy 13 is like, it's almost like watching The Room to me. Like, you ever seen The Room? Those story characters in 13? Oh, okay. I did not. I thought the story was terrible. Okay. The plot is terrible. The story is. I do like the setting, and I like the lore behind it. I like the idea of the fal'Cie and the l'Cie. I think that's a good idea. I think it's colossally stupid not to tell people what their focus is. Oh, I love the gameplay. I think the gameplay is really good. I love going after the Seathstone missions. I think the Seathstone missions are really interesting. I like how even when you're max level, there's still like some challenging content out there. You know, I think Final Fantasy 13 has one of the better end games in a Final Fantasy. I think it's right up there with like 12 and 10. Final Fantasy 13. Final Fantasy 13 has some it's so cringy, man. Like, probably my favorite part of Final Fantasy 13 is when Lightning and Hope are underneath that city. I think it's Palom Polum. I don't remember where it is, but they're underneath the city. And Lightning's like, "What's that?" And Hope's like, "Oh, that's Carbuncle. He's a fal'Cie. That's like how we get food and water. Like, that's how we can live here." And Lightning's like, "Bet if someone killed that fal'Cie, things would get pretty bad here for those people." And just casually mentions destroying it. And Hope is like, "Yeah, people would die." That's pretty psychotic to say that. Like, you're just gonna kill an entire town for no reason? That's kind of fucked up. And Lightning act like she never thought about that. She's like, "Is it messed up? Is it messed up to not care about killing a whole town worth of people? Have I become a monster?" And it's like, what the fuck is this? And it's treated very seriously. It's treated as like this moment where she kind of sort of changes, but like not really, you know? I think Lightning is probably the most two-dimensional character I've ever seen in a Final Fantasy. And I'm including like side quest NPC. You haven't played Final Fantasy 13? You should play it. You should play it. You should play through it and just talk shit about everything. And your wife be like, "Stop, it's a really good part." Probably why I'm not married anymore. Yeah, Final Fantasy 13 has some absolutely ridiculous moments that are meant to be taken seriously. Okay, so of the 6 playable characters, there's exactly maybe 2, maybe 2.5 that I can stand. And Senator Naruto's touch of lighting, so I assume she didn't. Okay, so like, what they wanted is they wanted a character that kind of acted like Cloud and Squall. You know, Cloud is very aloof and very, you know, hey, you better have my money for me. You know what I mean? Squall is very standoffish. He's very brooding. He doesn't really want to relate to people. He doesn't really want to connect with people. But like, in their games, it's explained why they are that way. You know, Cloud basically had his personality shattered into a million pieces and had to put it back together again. He's not like a full person anymore. Squall was abandoned when he was younger, and he doesn't ever want to get close to anyone because he doesn't want to expose himself to that pain of people leaving him. Lightning, for Lightning's explanation for why she acts that way is just she's just a bitch. Like, that's it. They never explain. She's just a bitch, and she's slightly less bitchy, sort of, by the end of the game, I guess. Maybe. You squint hard enough, maybe you can see it. But, like, they never... Like, she's a total bitch to everybody all the time. And it's not really explained why. But, like, the characters are written so horribly that you don't really care if she just, like, randomly punches a character. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, fuck that guy. He's annoying. Final Fantasy, I just finished my first one recently, Final Fantasy X. Oh, you picked a good one. You picked a good one. We had a conversation in this stream a little while ago about the best place to start with Final Fantasy, and for my money, I think Final Fantasy X is the best place to start. Even though it's turn-based, and even though it's kind of showing its age, I think Final Fantasy X is the best place to start. Because I think it has a really, really good story. What did you think of Final Fantasy X, Khalil? I got it here. I both loved and hated it. Oh, you loved it and hated it. Okay, what'd you love about it? Okay. It was the first Final Fantasy with voice acting, okay? It was the first time they ever did voice acting, so don't be too mean, all right? Yeah, a lot of the voice acting is very wooden, and it's a bit ridiculous. But it was the first time they ever did it. It was also the first fully 3D Final Fantasy. I'm not trying to excuse it, you know? But one point I went as far as to say it was the worst video game I've ever... So I played it when it came out. I played it in like 2002. So it'd only been out for like a year. I didn't play it in like 2023. I didn't play it with 20 plus years of video game evolution. So, if I played it now, I probably would notice some things that have kind of, you know, been left in the dust in terms of game design. But at the time, it was really, really good. At the time, I really liked it. It was a decent evolution of the turn-based system that had been in play forever, you know? Like, basically the last 6 Final Fantasies, or the last 3 or 4 Final Fantasies, used the active time battle system, and almost all of them had a very similar battle system. Final Fantasy X changed it up, though, and I really liked that. I mean, it didn't break the mold or anything. Not like Final Fantasy 12 did. Jesus fucking Christ. After Final Fantasy 12, there was just no going back to turn-based. They're like, nah, we're not doing that anymore.
We ain't trying to get you busted. We won't say you talked either.
What was the worst moment of Final Fantasy X for you? What was the moment you were like, I hate this fucking game? Hate the random encounter system? I just found it very annoying to find the same enemies. Okay, yeah, so, like, when I played it, random encounters were, like, that's what you signed up for. That's what Final Fantasy is. I think that was also the last mainline Final Fantasy where there was random encounters. It was infuriating, and the combat felt very, very shallow for most of the game. Toward the end of the game, the combat really felt fantastic. Yeah, the game has kid gloves for a long time. I think when you get to the Calm Lands and when you get to Mount Gagazet, they finally start throwing some more challenging enemies at you that you can't just one-shot, depending on the character you use. When they take Yuna away from you, you're meant to use the Albed potions in the desert, and, like, Riku is supposed to become your healer. And because you pretty much always have Riku in your party, they introduce machine enemies that you can kill in one hit by stealing from them. You know? But that's, like, hours in. Like, it takes a long time for the battle system, like, fully reveal itself. Now the battle system really shines when you play through the monster arena. So I got the platinum for it, so I played a lot. I don't know if you did the monster arena, but if you buy, there's these special weapons from the monster arena that will catch enemies. If you catch 10 of every enemy in the game, it unlocks something like 30 super bosses. And almost every monster in the monster arena has more health than the final boss. And they're really strong. That also, I assume you played the HD remake. So not in the original North American version, but in the PAL version, the Japanese re-release, and the HD remake, there are optional super bosses called the Dark Aeons and Penance. Penance is probably one of the most difficult super bosses in the series. Because if you fuck up and attack the wrong thing, or miss a turn, or someone dies and you like lose your turns, you're probably fucked. It was like a half-hour fight against him, and I did everything right. The worst moment was the motherfucking chocobo race from hell. Yeah, okay, yes, it's there. There's some janky parts. Catcher Chocobo is very janky. The Chocobo race in Boja Temple, whatever that fucking temple is with the Mega Sisters, that's very janky. Blitzball is very janky. I haven't done the platinum, but I've done quite a bit. I'm taking a break from the grind. Yo, I grinded out max luck for... I got max luck for everybody. I got max luck for literally everybody. Even, like, Lulu got max luck. And Kamari. Oh, yeah. I think I fought Earth Eater, like, 1,500 times. It was ridiculous. For, like, days at a time, I would just sit there fighting Earth Eater with Titus and the Loner Limit Break. I still remember how to do it. It'll probably be in my head forever. Use the Loner Limit Break. You just defend until you get Slice and Dice. Defend, slice and dice, defend, slice and dice. Done. Except for you, because Dark Aeons are in my way. Oh, you didn't get the... Wait. Oh, no, you have to... Blitzball is single worst minigame in game. Yeah, Blitzball sucks, man. Hey, not everything can be a triple triad. Okay, so Final Fantasy VIII had triple triad, which is an awesome card game and very addicting. And you would get really useful items from doing it. And after that, every Final Fantasy had to have some stupid fucking minigame. But I don't think any of them would come close to the amount of fun the triple triad is. Triple triad is probably one of the worst and best things to happen to Final Fantasy. Because Final Fantasy VIII is a weird game, and by playing triple triad, it's a card game, you can get some of the best items and abilities in the game. It's very weird. It's very weird. In Final Fantasy VIII, you can basically turn items into other items. If you can get a hold of like one item, you can turn that item into like 6 different things. You can turn it into like a crafting item. You can turn it into like magic. It's hard to explain if you've never played Final Fantasy VIII, but playing cards, playing triple triad, will make you a lot stronger in battle. It's a weird concept. But ever since triple triad, it's like every Final Fantasy has to have a weird ass minigame. You have Tetramaster in Final Fantasy 9. You have Blitzball in 10. You have a Sphere Break in 10-2. I forget what you had in 12. You didn't have anything in 13. Leveling up weapons is the minigame in 13, and whoever the fucking thought that was a good idea. I only have the Inside Sin and Omega Ruin areas left. Yeah, so once you get all of the fiends, I think once you get all the ones from Inside Sin, you can buy clear spheres. And then what you do is you go through the sphere grid, and everything that's not a +4, you just delete. And you replace it with spheres from the fiends in the monster arena. The toughest part is the very beginning, where you're not very strong. I used Mage Sisters a lot to take out, I think it was Juggernaut, and I got Strength Spheres. And then I used haste armor to be able to get enough turns to kill another enemy. I think it was Fenrir for agility. What do you think of the story?
Susui.
I watched someone beat Final Fantasy X on Twitch, and they were like in tears at the... there's also I know a lot about Final Fantasy X. Try the weak Riku trick. The weak Riku trick is you take weak Riku And okay, so the way overdrive is calculated, it's based on how much the enemy hits you and how much your maximum HP is. Riku has the lowest maximum HP when she doesn't have anything activated in the sphere grid. So if you clear out her sphere grid, like erase all of her nodes, she'll just get weaker and weaker. And attack Kodos. So Kodos will counter everything. He'll counter magic. He'll counter... I think he counters buffs. If you try to buff the party, he'll attack you. But he counters everything. So you attack with Riku, give everyone else... I think it's Comrade Overdrive. It charges when someone takes damage. And just keep raising over the Phoenix down. If she does that like 3 times, you're going to get max levels with everybody. It's just way easier to set up than Don Tonberry. Yeah, I did that shit back in the day. I did the Monster Arena way back in the day when all you had was like GameFAQs. You didn't even have YouTube back then. Yeah, I'm an old motherfucker. What can I say? Final Fantasy X is probably the game I know most about, and there's still a lot I have to learn.
Wait, what?
Expecting the end to be a bit cooler, but it was kind of just like the ending that was obvious. As soon as Feed and ties us home, that was the exact goal from the start, so I was expecting bigger. I mean, I think the twist is that it's a bittersweet ending. So Final Fantasy 8 and 9 had unambiguously happy endings. Final Fantasy 8 has one of the happiest endings I've ever seen. It's so happy. Everything's fine. Everything gets, you know... Final Fantasy 9 looked like it was going to have a bittersweet ending, but it didn't. I'm not going to spoil the end of Final Fantasy 8 or 9, but Final Fantasy 9 ends very similarly to Final Fantasy 10, and there's a big twist at the end that makes it like a happy ending. I don't understand why Titus went home, to be honest. Okay, so the Xanarkin that Titus lived in, and Titus himself, Titus isn't a real person. Titus is a summon, just like all the other people in Xanarkand. So the Xanarkand he lived in is called Dream Xanarkand. Dream Xanarkand existed somewhere out in the ocean. And it's Xanarkand as it was 1,000 years ago. So when it was clear that Xanarkand was going to lose the war against Bevelle in the distant past, Yu Yevon summoned Sin to attack Bevelle. He also, to do that, he turned most of the city into faith for the summoning. And so they're summoning Sin, but also some of them, the ones on Mount Gagazet, are summoning Dream Xanarkand. So the people that you saw on Mount Gagazet, they are just a faith that constantly is used by Yu Yevon to summon. Like, imagine Yu Yevon, he's like the machine that creates Sin and creates Dream Xanarkand. And his power source is the faith on Gagazet and who knows where else, right? So if you defeat Yu Yevon, you stop Sin from being summoned, but you also stop Dream Xanarkand from being summoned. And Titus is a part of that. So once Yu Yevon is defeated, the summoning stops and he ceases to exist. He doesn't exist anymore. Titus and Jecht weren't real people. They were memories of the people that were summoned. So Final Fantasy... Wait, Titus basically died? Titus ceased to exist. So they don't really go after they don't really talk about the afterlife in Final Fantasy X. Titus is a dream. He's a summon. He's not like a real flesh and blood person. I think Bahamut's Faith talks about it. But yeah, they don't really sit down and explain it. So the way, okay. So summoners difference. So isn't it? Did you ever find it odd that like you can have all these summoners running around and they're all summoning the same thing, and they can all summon multiple summons at the same time? It's because of the faith of the person who, while still living, became a faith for the summoning, and they were interned to the temples. When you pray to this faith, the faith grants you its power. and that's how you can summon, because you have a connection to the faith. You have a connection to those people. Sin is a summon, but it's a summon that's powered by thousands of people. And Dream Zanarkand is a summon as well. There's essentially no limit to what you can summon, but someone has to give up their life to do it. Seymour's mother died so that he could summon Anima. She was a faith for Anima. And the final Aeon is summoned because one of the companions dies and becomes a faith for the summon. Like, you give up your life to be able to summon, but you also need a summoner in order to, like, use that faith. I just seemed like he was going to go back in time somehow. So, they keep telling him that the Zanarkand he described was 1,000 years ago. Tidus didn't go forward 1,000 years. So, Sin, for whatever reason, attacked Dream Zanarkand. When he attacked Dream Zanarkand, he absorbed Tidus and spit him out other places. It's heavily implied that Dream Zanarkand was repaired. So, Dream Zanarkand exists in this weird space. So, people have memories. Like, Tidus remembers being a kid, and he remembers his father. But, there's no telling if, like, all that happened in, like, real time, or those memories were just kind of, like, truncated, you know? It's never made it clear if people live and die, like they're born or whatever in Dream Zanarkand, or they just constantly get resummoned with, like, different memories. It's never really explained that. But Dream Zanarkand is a place, and it's somewhere out in Spira. You just never go to it. And the Zanarkand you see in the game is the ruins of original Zanarkand. Yeah, they never really. I don't know if they ever explain it that well. It's probably a bad translation, honestly. So the whole time he's like, I want to go home. I want to go back to my Zanarkand. I want to go home. And people are like, but Zanarkand doesn't exist anymore. It's ruins, you know? And he's like, but that's bullshit, because I'm from Zanarkand. I've lived there my whole life. Yes, he's from Dream Zanarkand, and he is a dream. He is a dream of the faith. And so Yu Yevon is the only person in the world with access to the faith on Mount Gagazet. And he's been summoning for so long, it's like all he knows how to do. You know, he's not really a human being anymore. He's almost like this obsessive thing that exists only to summon. He's like lost his humanity. So when Yu Yevon's destroyed, Sin stops being summoned, and Dream Zanarkand stops being summoned, and everything with it, including Tidus himself. No. If you talk to Auron, so right before you fight Sin, actually, you could probably talk to him now. Before the final battle, if you talk to Auron in the airship, he has a lot of dialogue where he talks about why he did what he did. He said he made a promise to Jecht that if things didn't work out and he became Sin, to bring his son through, to bring his son to Spira. And so both Jecht believed that because Tidus and him shared a connection, that connection might be a way to finally defeat Sin once and for all. He didn't really know how or why, but he was convinced that because they were related, because they shared that connection, that Tidus would be able to get through to him. And he was kind of right. He played Jecht's favorite song. The Hymn in the Faith will sing the song. Or the Ship in the Sky will sing the Hymn of the Faith. And he managed to calm Sin down and, like, get inside him, you know? So in a way, Jecht was right. Like, Jecht had faith in his son, and he was right. It's implied that those people in Dream Zanarkand have spirits or souls. It's almost like the faith of the people in Dream Zanarkand are almost like they're cheating death in a way. Because, like, they are faith. And they're dead, but they'll never turn into fiends. And they can basically live their lives forever in this blissful unawareness of Dream Zanarkand. It's almost like, you can't kill me because I'm already dead. but my spirit and my essence continues through summoning. It's almost like a logical progression of the summoning idea. You know, it's like, why can't I just summon an entire city full of people? You know, if I can summon anything, why can't I summon myself? You know, what if I died, but I became a faith to summon myself? You know? And you just have to have Yu Yevon to be able to summon. And it's almost like you can live forever. It's an interesting idea that they really don't explain. They kind of just throw it at you at the end of the game. Final Fantasy X is a story about many things, but one of the things it's about is kind of the end of ancient spiritualism and the beginning of like an industrial revolution, in a way. You know, machines and industry is looked at as this like evil thing. So everyone calls it evil, like Waka. You know, he's like, oh, you know, we can't use machines. Like, sin is our punishment for letting machines get out of hand. You know, and Zanarkand is seen as like something hedonic. It's probably because Zanarkand used a lot of technology and Bevelle didn't. And you know, Zanarkand was so demonized during the Bevelle-Zanarkand War that that propaganda of how evil machines are still endures years later. Or maybe the people genuinely believe that if they don't use machines, sin might just go away one day. Who knows? But in the story itself, machines are shown to be a huge asset and very valuable. It's through machines in the airship that sin's able to be defeated. You know? And at the very end, they basically stop the faiths entirely. Like, all the summons go away. But by the end of Final Fantasy X, and in the beginning of Final Fantasy X-2, there's like no faith anymore. Like, and by faith I mean like the avatars for the summons. Like, summoning is basically over with. Like, it's almost like magic is going out of the world. It's almost like Lord of the Rings in a way. The magic is going out of the world, and the age of industry is like upon us. You know, Sandoran at the end. What does Sennin do if he was just going to cease to exist? To Titus go to whatever that one carrying the Guado cities. So, okay. So Auron died, and he's a ghost for most of the game. So in Kilika, they explain it. So in Kilika, if someone dies, they don't necessarily... Okay, this is like an idea in Japanese mythology. So there's this thing called the Onryo. And there's this idea that if someone dies in a horrific way, like if someone's murdered, or if someone's like thrown down a well, or someone's like strangled, like if someone has died in a horrific way, their spirit desires to stay in this world. But if the spirit stays for too long, they end up getting angry and hateful, and they seek revenge, not just on the people that killed them, but on like life in general. They become jealous and angry that other people get to live and they don't. That's basically exactly what happens in Final Fantasy X. The problem is it's only explained in like 2 sentences from Lulu, and if you blink, you'll miss it. She says that the dead know only that it's better to be alive, and if left to their own devices, if they died in a horrific way, they'll try to stay with the world. Like, they're not ready to leave it. The sending... So Yuna is basically a shrine maiden. Like, Yuna is basically a priestess of Shinto. She has the ability to kind of calm the evil spirits and allow them to pass on to the other world. Auron... So Auron wasn't really vindictive, and he wasn't really hateful of the living. He had a very specific thing that he had to do, and before he did it, he couldn't really, like, rest. And that was to bring Tidus to Spira and find a way to deal with Jecht once and for all. He was so determined to do that he was able to kind of, like, not succumb to this, like, evil that would, like, turn him into an Onryo or turn him into a fiend. Auron was not a summon. Auron was a spirit. So they never really specify, but it's implied that Auron was able to ride Sin, and Auron was able to go back and forth between Dream Zanarkand and like Spira and keep an eye on Tidus. So when Jecht came to Spira, Tidus was still a kid. He was still like, you know, a young kid, and Auron basically went back and forth to like look after him. It's implied that he somehow hitched a ride on Sin, because so Sin is Sin, but he also felt this connection to Xanarkand because that's where he's from. Like there's still a little bit of Jecht in there, which is shown at the end of the game, and that's also why he reacted that way to the Hymn of the Faith, because like it's Sin, but it's still Jecht in a way. But yeah, Auron wasn't a summon like Tidus was. Auron was a real person that lived in Spira that died, but was such a fucking badass and so determined to carry on his promise to Jecht and Braska that he was able to like keep his sanity and like keep his form together until the very end, and he was like, Yuna, send me. You know? So the far plane of Guado Salam, that's not really the afterlife. The Pyreflies react to the memories of the living. So when you go to the far plane and you see somebody, you're not really seeing them, you're seeing your memory of them. So you can see people alive in the far plane. Eternal Calm option in the menu explains some of this. I don't know if it does. Yeah, the far plane in Guado Salam is it's not really, it's more for the living and not for the dead. In Final Fantasy X-2, I think they slightly alter that explanation, but in the original Final Fantasy X, the Pyreflies react to the thoughts of the living and reproduce memories of the living, or reproduce memories of the dead based on the living. So that's why what was it? I think Wakka. So that's why Wakka can't see his parents, because he doesn't remember his parents. They do explain that when you're in Guado Salam, yeah. So Auron doesn't go in there, not because he would like disintegrate or anything. He goes in there because Auron does not like to talk about the past. So one of my favorite scenes in any game is when Auron confronts Yunalesca, and he says, you know, Braska believed in the teachings of Yevon and he died for them. Jecht believed in Braska and he died for him too. And they both died for no reason. Now Sin is back. And Yunalesca tells him, like, fuck off or something. And Auron just attacks her. And he fails, you know? And Auron's watching that and he's just, like, so ashamed. He's, like, so ashamed that he could not avenge Braska and Jecht. There's one scene where Auron like attacks his younger self, and the reason he sees all that is because there's Pyreflies everywhere in the old Blitzball Stadium, and they're reacting to his memories. They're reacting to like his memories of what it was like, you know. Honestly, the whole Pyrefly concept is just so they can show you instead of telling you, which I'm a big fan of. So like, yeah, Auron could tell you what happened, but it's so much cooler to see it. And it's even cooler because Auron doesn't like to talk about it. I love his speech he makes before the Yunalesca fight. Like, he says, what is it? Now is the time to decide. Die and be free of pain, or live and fight your sorrow. I love that line. I love that line from Auron. It's so good. And Yunalesca's a pretty tough fight. You're probably gonna... Almost everyone dies the first time they fight Yunalesca because of Megadeth. Or Deathbiter, or whatever the fuck it's called. But, yeah, I love Auron. Auron's a wonderful character. But if you talk to him in the airship... If you boot up Final Fantasy X right now and talk to him in the airship, he's kind of sitting in the hallway. If you talk to him, he says something like, I wanted to change the world, but I changed nothing. That is my story. You know? Like, he's so kind of regretful, and so like when you're going through the game, everyone is like, oh wow, it's Auron, you're a companion, or you're a guardian of the High Summoner Braska, what an honor. And he's like, so he doesn't want to hear that, because to him he feels like a failure, because he has to live this lie that Yevon is bullshit. And the whole concept of summoning and the final summon is just bullshit. That's false hope, you know? So whenever someone says, oh wow, what an honor, he's like, yeah, whatever, you know? He's kind of almost embarrassed by his failure to really make any meaningful change. I love Final Fantasy X. I'd even talk about Yuna. Yuna is probably my favorite character in any Final Fantasy. I love Squall. I love me some Squall, but I think Yuna beats her. I thought there was more to that quote. I looked it up. But Dime Griffin. Now it's time to shape your stories, your face. Yeah. Yeah, he says more than that. Yeah. So, Titus and the party is almost like Auron's second chance to like fix his mistake in the past, you know? Like both Jek and Broskett had faith that everything would be fine, and they had faith that things would be different, and they weren't different. And Auron feels like embarrassed. Yeah, because Yunalesca said there's no way to stop sin. Like, there's no way to stop sin. This is the only thing that works, even if it only works for a little while. Like, would you deny people even a little bit of hope? Would you deny people even that? And I love how Yuna is like, fuck off. Yuna's like, it's a false tradition that should be thrown away. And what was Yuna say? Yunalesca says, "Hey, step forward. Who's gonna be the fate for the final summoning?" And Yuna says, "Nobody." And she said, "I would gladly give my life for even a moment's peace for the people of Spira. But to ask me to give up the life of someone else, no, it's too much. When will the sacrifices?" She sounds like, "When will the sacrifices stop? This is a false tradition that should be thrown away." And I love, because Yuna starts out so like meek and shy, and by the end of the game, she's like telling Yunalesca to fuck herself. I love it. She's got, and I love her reaction to Micah in Bavel. Like, Micah reveals that they know everything. Like, they know how the final summoning works. They know Yunalesca. They know that sin will always come back. They know there's no way to ever get rid of it. And the way they react to it is like, well, what are you going to do? And Yuna's like, this is bullshit. This religion I followed all my life, or even a chance to get rid of sin, you're telling me it'll never happen. What the fuck, you know? Like, she's pissed off, and she's like, I'm gonna find a better way. I love Yuna. Yuna is mwah. Great character. I wish she had a slightly better voice actress, but she's okay. Not bad. I love Haiti Burgess. I think that's how you say her name. Yeah, Final Fantasy X, it all comes together. It all kind of makes sense. There's a great line that the Titus kind of have like an internal monologue, and she actually had the best voice acting in Final Fantasy X. Yo, how you gonna treat my boy Auron like that? I love Auron. And you had John DiMaggio playing Wakka. You had Bender playing Wakka. Wakka was an asshole. Okay, so Wakka is meant to Wakka is supposed to represent like the average Spiran, you know? They don't question Yevon. They're very religious. They hate Machina because they're told to. They don't really think for themselves. Like, Wakka's meant to represent the average person. You know what I mean? Everything about Wakka? Yeah. Like, Wakka's a good person at heart, but he listens to all the bullshit that's spewed by Yevon, and that's why he is the way he is, you know? Like, that's why he's a giant fucking racist against the Al Bhed. Because the church teaches that Machina is evil, and those who use it are evil. And that's why he's so... It's almost like giving you a free pass to denigrate people. You know, kind of how the church used to do, well, kind of still does, to homosexuals, you know? Hey, Kimahri even more. I think I actually talked to you about this before. Kimahri just removed from the game the story of Bailey. Yeah. Kimahri doesn't really amount to much. He's a bit better in Final Fantasy X too, I think, but not by much. Like you have to have Wakka because you have to have someone that believes everything Yevon says. You have to have Riku because that's like the foil for Wakka. That's like Riku kind of represents the new movement away from magic and religion and into like machinery, right? You have to have Yuna because it's basically her game. You have to have Tidus because it's also his game. You have to have Auron because that's a connection to the past that explains, you know, what happened to create sin, you know? You probably don't need to have Lulu, and you probably don't need to have Kimahri. But I think you need to have those core 5. Not that useful in combat either. It feels like a total afterthought. So Kamari's problem is that, okay, so all the sphere grid sections, they start out slow, but then they get a lot stronger very quickly. Because Kamari starts in the middle, and he has to go down that path, he's almost guaranteed to be weaker than everybody else at all times. His only thing is that he's versatile, but it doesn't really matter. Like, Lulu's asset is not that she uses magic. It's that she uses magic and she has really strong magic. Kamari doesn't have really strong magic. You know? Like, Lulu has base high magic. You know? And she has base high defense. Weirdly, you know? Kamari doesn't. Kamari's stats are just shit. Yeah, Kamari should have been a lot better than he was. Did I explain a lot about Final Fantasy X? It's pretty cool. I think it's a pretty cool story. Riku's you don't know how to use her. Hey, Riku's mix is Riku's mix breaks the game. Like, Riku's mix completely breaks the game. It basically makes you invincible. Riku's mix is still... Okay, so the best endgame team is Tidus, Wakka, and Riku. Tidus for Blitz Ace and Slice and Dice, Wakka for attack reels, and Riku for mix. Because mix can basically do anything. What is it called? Like super hyper mighty G. It gives you like all the null spells, haste, shell, protect, cheer ×5. It's ridiculous. It requires items for mix until the game is basically over. Yeah, true. It's really tedious to gather the items during the game itself. So yeah, for most of the game, it's not that useful. But in the end game, holy shit. Once you start getting a lot of the items for like opening up the monster arena, Riku suddenly becomes the most valuable person on your team. And her mixes aren't tied to her stats either. Well, I think it's called Wings of Discovery. You get 2 Wings of Discovery, and you've got Quartet of 9999.
I was called by him a number of times too, to the teacher's room.
Remember, I love this. I love when the stream just gets derailed and we start talking about Final Fantasy. I could talk about Final Fantasy X all day. I love that game. I've gotten the platinum for it though, and there's only 1 platinum to get for it because the PS3 and the PS4 share trophies. I would have to get another version of Final Fantasy X to get the platinum again. Okay, so Quartet gives 1 person 999. Trio gives the entire party 999. I forget. Wings to Discovery does 1 of them. I think it might be Trio. Yeah, but like everything is 9999. So like you could use Pray, and Pray will heal everybody for that amount. Use a potion, and the potion heals for that much. You use a cure spell, and it'll heal for that much. It's like it's how people get through the game with like no sphere grid. Because even at like with no sphere grid, you can use Riku's mixes and just one-shot almost every final boss. That's why a lot of challenge runs say you can't use overdrives, because Riku's mix just breaks the game. It makes it too easy. Riku, I mean, if you look at a spreadsheet of like all the mixes, it's like you'd have like I haven't memorized all the mixes. I know like a few that are really good, but like not all of them. I think, what was super hyper mighty G? I forget. I think it was like a stamina tablet. I don't remember.
It wasn't just me or Suzui either. He'd nominate someone when he was in a bad mood and hit them.
As I was kind of break the game, you can do... No, what breaks the game is quick hit. Quick hit breaks the game. Auto haste breaks the game. Auto protect. Yeah, auto haste, auto protect break the game. Ribbon kind of breaks the game, but Ribbon's very hard to get. The monster arena breaks the game, but like the game gives you stuff to do when you're like super overpowered, so I like that. Anima's limit break in the original version would only max out at 99,000, but Amina's Anima's limit break in the new version tops out like 15 million damage. It's ridiculous.
So the physical punishment thing was for real.
Oh man, the Marlboro at Omega Ruins. That's why you gotta have Auron. You gotta have Auron in your party with First Strike, because if you find a great Marlboro in the Omega Ruins, it's always an ambush and it's always bad breath. You gotta have Auron in your party. If you have Auron in your party and he knows Flee, you'll be fine. It is kind of bullshit, but once you die one time, you're probably not gonna die again. You know, as long as you're able to make. So First Strike isn't that hard to make. I think you need like a level 2 key, key sphere to make it. It's not that hard to make. You know, like once you die one time, you're probably not gonna die again.
Yesterday, he called Suzui out of the blue. She didn't make any mistakes or anything.
Hey, what's up, Pox? We spent the last like 20 or 30 minutes talking about Final Fantasy X. And say hi to Khalil. God damn it.
On. I'll be gone in a 2. Gosh, how do they do that? How do
Needless to say, I am not
on me. Wait. When do they?
You raise that death count.
Wait, they just sent it twice.
Playing Star Ocean? Was that the game you were playing? Anyway.
Mr. Kamoshida seemed really irritated that day, so it must have been worse than usual.
He didn't. That son of a bitch!
I have not played Ghost Runner, but I own it apparently. Hang on a second. I'm pretty sure I own it. Yeah, there we go. I got that. I don't know where I got it from, but I have it. It's also one of the games in the Platinum pool. Oh wait, speaking of PS Plus, have I gotten PS Plus this month? I did? Really? Some banger games this month, let me tell you. November 2022, I think? Okay. Who knows? I'm thinking about just getting rid of PS Plus entirely. I don't know. I don't know if I'm able to play Final Fantasy 14 without PS Plus. I bet Sakamoto's going to find Mr. Kamoshida. Mr. Kamoshida's probably in the PA facility office on the 2nd floor. Games this month actually seem pretty cool to me. Yeah. Doing the PS4 stack and Fall Guys. Why is everyone playing Fall Guys recently? Oh wait, can I just... Oh no, I actually have to go up the stairs. Sometimes you can fast travel, sometimes you can't. We went to the PA faculty office, let's hurry after him. We gotta get him. Alright, where's the PA faculty office? That's not the map button, that's the map button. Oh, because it's in Japanese. Fuck you. And you finish the Fall Guys fight eventually.
Huh?
You bastard! The hell did you do to that girl?
Infallible just gotta grind races and stuff. Ah.
What are you talking about?
You guys gonna work together? You guys should work together.
Don't play dumb with me!
You go over that fucking chair.
That is enough!
What you did wasn't coaching.
What did you say?
You ordered me to call Suzui here. I can only imagine what you did to her.
You're going on and on about things you have no proof of. Basically, you're simply making these claims because you can't be a regular on the team, right?
That's not what this is about!
Even if it is exactly as you imagine it to be, hypothetically speaking. What can you do?
I'll be right back. I'm gonna refill my water bottle. If there was a way to get you off, if you guys would get off your horses, 100% I would fight you. The sandbox, because of all the desert. I mean, it takes place in Egypt. I mean, you can't really be mad. There's oh my goodness. Yo. What the Barnaby. Poor kid. His name is Barnaby. That's it. That's all I have to say. I will take the shaft. I don't care about achievements. Which replay am I seeing? That's when he's playing race wins. I probably have at least 10 of those. Fall Guy is pretty prestigious platinum, I think. Not the easiest thing in the world to get.
We just received a call from the hospital. Suzui's in a coma, and her chances of recovery are slim. How would someone like that make a statement?
Jesus.
There's no chance of her getting better, I hear. Oh, the poor girl.
No. That can't be.
They did make Fall Guys pay to platinum, sadly? What do they do? How they do that?
God damn.
This again? Does this mean we need to have yet another case of self-defense?
You shut your mouth, you son of a bitch! Why are you stopping me?
If you hit him, he wins.
But still!
Oh, you're stopping him? What a surprise. There's no need to hold back. Why not attack me? Oh, you can. But of course you can. Everyone present right now will be expelled. I'm reporting all of you at the next board meeting.
What? You can't make a decision like that!
Who would seriously consider what scum like you say? You threatened me too, Mishima, so you're just as responsible.
Huh?
To think you didn't know why I kept someone as talentless as you on the team. You act like you're a victim, but you leaked his criminal records, didn't you?
What?
It's all over the internet, correct? How?
This fucking guy. What's up, Melody Starflower 1? Jesus Christ. God damn. What were you playing, Melody Starflower? I don't know why shoutouts not working. It doesn't say what you were last playing. Hey, welcome in, Raiders. I'm Casual G, and this is Platinum Pursuit. We're going to have Platinum trophies. Remember, we got one fucking trophy for Persona 5, who's only been playing it for like 2 or 3 days. How is everybody? We're being raided by the Starflowers Adventurers. I'm touched. Yeah. You touched my heart, Melody Starflower. What were you playing? I don't know why Stream Elements is not saying what you're playing. You must have been playing something. It's just not gonna say. What were you playing? Hyper Knight Raven. Feather Friend. Aid to Feather, Help Their Feathers. Playing Dragon Age Origins. It was Dragon Age Thursdays. and when the viewers got to boss me around. Thank you for the hydrate, Raven. I just filled up. It's on the way of an achievement. I will. Okay, I'll hydrate again. Jeez.
Mishima?
Raven likes to boss me around. Likes to tell me what to do. You know what? I'm gonna stretch.
I had no choice.
Now, are we finished here? You're all expelled.
I mean, if you're expelled, why not take a swing at him? See, that's how you keep people in line. You can't make it seem like they have nothing left. Because they'll be like, I have nothing left. Fuck it. You know? It's like, let's say you committed a crime, and that crime is a capital crime. So you're like guaranteed to die if you were convicted of it. At that point, you're like, oh, fuck it. I guess I'm going to do whatever the hell I want. Because I'm going to get caught eventually, and they're going to kill me, so I'm just going to do whatever the hell I want. I'll take as many people down with me as I want. You don't want that. You don't want that. You don't want a whole society of people thinking that way. We just got through mucking about in Orzammar. My one cat was begging for affection. Oh. I played Dragon Age Origins like probably 2013, no, it was probably like 2011, 2012, like a long time ago. I don't remember anything about it. I didn't beat it. I didn't get the platinum trophy for it. Definitely a game I need to revisit.
You're done for. Your futures are mine to take. Now get out of my sight.
I can't believe this asshole's getting away with this!
Huh? Oh, right. We have that.
Huh? Have you lost your minds? I don't understand what garbage like you are thinking, but go ahead and try.
This guy's a great villain. I just want to see him fucking take him down. How many cats do you have, Melody? And what's the cat's name? It better be something awesome.
All you
Like
can
Hermie
do is
Ouch.
wait for your
I'm
disposal.
obsessed with Dragon Age and dragons in general. Oh. I love. Hey, let me give you a follow. Let me give you a follow. So I love when people play a game that they are just obsessed with. They like know so much about it. I love that. I love that energy they have when they're like, oh, I love this game. Oh, I love this character. Oh, I love this part. I love that. I love when people are just like, I like to watch it when people are like brand new to a game, or people that are just like obsessed with it and just like love talking about it. You know, I love that energy. You know, one or the other. You know, I'm not really the biggest fan of people that are playing a game that like don't really seem like they're enjoying themselves, which I'm guilty of occasionally. You'll never see it coming. I'd say, where the hell is Rin? Rin trying to get me to play this game forever. What's up, Rin? How's it going? What is this game? It's Star Online? What the fuck? Something's wrong with Stream Elements. It doesn't say what you're playing last. We're not that far, are we? Yeah, I played way too many games I didn't really like. I mean,
We can't waste any time.
if I don't like a game in the first 5 minutes, that's it. You know, but if I played a game for like a couple hours, I'm probably going to see it through to the end. You know? A lot of games I've started playing and just instantly didn't like them, and I'm like, probably not going to get any better. So I didn't, you know. I spent years playing the lore of Dragon Age and plan to put up a glow in the dark star constellations of Dragon Age in a room. They will match my en route nebula curtain. I love that. I've got, okay. I don't know if I've ever actually talked about what's behind me. Okay. So, right up there is a window, right? So sometimes I stream and it's like daylight outside and the sunlight goes right through that thing. So that's a flag from Metal Gear Solid Peace Walker. That is the flag for Militaires Sans Frontières. In other words, Militaries Without Borders. And to my left, right, whatever, is a poster for Metal Gear Solid 2. And catty corner to that, you can't really see it that well, is a Star Wars poster from 1977. Out in the hallway, I've got Shadow of the Colossus posters. And in the living room, I have an Eco poster. And I have a few posters by Edward Hopper. I really like Edward Hopper. I think he's a good painter. He's one of my favorite American painters. And if they weren't so disturbing, I would hang up black paintings by his name, Francisco. He was a Spanish painter. Black paintings by Francisco. Name. Oh, I can't remember his name. Oh, but he did like, you know, Saturn devouring the sun and the dog and trying to get a map of the full continent. So I don't know. Oh, hey, Rick914. Hey, what's up? Okay, so I don't know anything about Dragon Age. I'm sorry. I don't remember anything from like the week or two I played in it. And this shirt makes me look huge. Jesus. Ah.
We gotta hurry up and go to that world and beat the shit out of that asshole.
We're not beating him up. We're simply stealing his distorted.
Francisco Goya. Goya. It was Goya. How did I forget? Yeah, if you've never heard of the black paintings of Francisco Goya, look him up. Okay, I'll give you the short version. Francisco Goya was the royal family's like official painter for like years and years and years. In his older age, Spain was rocketed by revolutions, so he spent about the last 10 years of his life kind of isolated in his little villa. When he died, and his like, you know, they were taking his body out and kind of figuring out what to do with the villa, they went into the dining room and they saw that he had painted on the walls, and they took the wallpaper down and they mounted that stuff in canvas, and there was like 14 paintings, and they called them the black paintings. Some of them are delightfully disturbing. Probably the one that's most famous and you've probably seen is Saturn Devouring the Sun, which is a painting of an old Greek myth of Kronos, Zeus's father, literally eating his children because there was a prophecy that one of his children would rise up and destroy. Anyway, thank you for Hollow Knight, Gamma. You guys just love to see me suffer, don't you? I'm just gonna call you Gamma. Oh. How are you doing this lovely Thursday night, Gamma? Anyways, based on my research, the entire known world of Thetis is smaller than Canada. I gotta watch your Dragon Age stream. You're just like full of like interesting trivia.
Can I assume that you've made up your minds about this? About how he might suffer a mental shutdown?
I have. Someone almost died because of him. I don't give a rat's ass what happens to him anymore.
Yeah, fuck him.
And you?
There's no other way. No, I agree. Fuck, I agree.
Then it's settled.
By the way, is getting rid of a palace hard?
I have a neat redeem for people to ask Dragon Knight questions. Took a gummy and I'm feeling good. Ooh, you took an edible?
You've tried it before.
When did I ever say that?
This is about how far you got in this game before you stopped playing. Why'd you stop playing? You just got tired of the dialogue? A lot of dialogue.
Were you just pretending to know?
Is it true that you're getting expelled? Everyone's talking about it.
That asshole's at it again. So you came all this way to tell us that?
Was this like the last straw? You're like, why is there no gameplay? Why can't I fight? What the fuck?
If you're going to deal with Kamoshida, let me in on it too.
Step-by-step guide for the plat. Try and do it as fast as possible. Yeah. I'm liking the story, though. So, games that focus too much on the story, like, because if the story isn't good, it is so painful. You know, it is just awful. Like, okay, so when Life is Strange was redeemed for the Platinum Pool game, I was like, I don't know about this one. But after that first stream, I was like, I'm liking it. I was like, it's pretty good. It does not drive people. Rin, like, it... Rin, Rin, there's, like, so many different types of games out there. You know, you got your first-person shooters, you got your point-and-click games, you've got your horror games, you got your RPGs, you got your Western RPGs, you got your third-person shooters, you got your stealth games, you got your MMORPGs. There's, like, so many games out there. You know, most people don't play like every type of game. You know, some people have their preferences. You know, and a lot of people don't really like a ton of dialogue or a ton of story in a game. Like, hey, I want to play a game. I want to shoot some motherfucker. You know, or I want to get in. I want to do something. You know what I mean? Like, I could see this being kind of a turnoff to people. You know, but I'm interested. I'm intrigued. I want to see where this is all going, and I'm liking the characters so far. Let's try it again. It seemed like a good game, but doing it step-by-step kind of ruins the choice-making stuff, which is a big part of it. I'm following a guide as well, because I'm trying to... Okay, because it's a 140-hour platinum. Like, let's be real, alright? 6 months from now, are you gonna... Oh, boy, it's another... Time to go back to the Persona 5 salt mines to mine social karma and to use more personas. Like, you know, you're gonna want to just end it at some point. That's true. Rin's got a point. Long games do give you your money's worth. Tom Kalinske, former president of Sega, said that video games are the best bang for your buck in terms of entertainment. You can buy a $5 game that's 100 hours of entertainment. Make a Nemo just to attack Rin virtually and others with a spoon. Rin will be the first victim, though, releasing demons and causing trouble. On the price. So I paid, I think, $15 for this game. I don't remember. I got this game on Facebook Marketplace. I think I paid $15 for it in 2018. I spend $15 on lunch. You know?
I can't just sit
Royal fixed the absurd trophy list, but then I would need to buy a game when I got Persona 5 for free. Well, I mean, it is what it is. You know, I have this game. I'm not going to go out and buy another game just because it's the easier trophy list. Now, if someone bought it and sent it to me, I'd probably play it.
This has nothing to do with you. Don't butt your head into this.
Ryuji, she just saw her friend's probably gonna die. Like, chill. Ryuji, just chill. Ryuji, you gotta calm down. You gotta relax. Her friend is probably gonna die. And it didn't happen years ago. It happened today.
But it does. Shiho's
My fourth playthrough of Dragon Age games and spent somewhere around 1,000 hours per playthrough. Original Plat is more of a fun challenge anyway. Royal is 2. Rin, how many platinums do you have? I'm curious. How many platinums do you have? I'm gonna be kind of an asshole for a second. How many platinums do you have? And it's not 90.
I said don't get in our way!
I do like the animations. They're like a little awkward, but they're kind of like a cute kind of awkward.
We can't take her somewhere like that.
Ryuji, you gotta chill, man. You gotta relax. I have the best number of plats now, 69. Rin got real quiet. I prefer shorter and find them better than long ones. Yeah. Well, it depends. You know, too many short games, they feel very shallow. Honestly, I think Final Fantasy XIV is my like long game. I'm playing like nothing but RPGs now. You know? I'm playing the Final Fantasy Pixel remasters in the first part of the week. I'm playing this. I play Final Fantasy XIV as well. I'm playing a lot of RPGs. I need some action. I need like Doom or something. I don't know what number 70 will be. I find it hard to pick milestone. What was number 70 for me? I don't even remember. Hang on a second. What was number 70? 79 was Shadow of the Colossus, because 75 shows up on your trophy list in PSN profiles. What the fuck was my 70th? I don't remember. You use Star Wars plat for plat 66? Execute order 66. Where's PSN? Okay, what was my 70th platinum? I bet Hawks know. Hawk always knows that. Or profile. How do I look? I guess trophy log. Trophy log and platinum. How about order? Oh, there's no number associated with it. God damn it. Okay, I gotta count backwards. I do. 90, 89, 88. 86, 5, 4, 83, 82, 81. 8. Four, 3, 2. It was One Piece Pirate Warriors 4. It was One Piece Pirate Warriors 4. And number 69 was Lollipop Chainsaw. That was intentional, by the way. Based on Origins, I have no idea what these platinums you're talking about are. Let me explain it, Melody. I will explain it visually. Let's go to the trophies. Okay, I will explain it with the most recent platinum we have, which is Dead Space. Okay, so you have the platinum right here. To get it, you have to collect all trophies. And here's an example of some of the trophies, right? Complete the game on any difficulty setting. Complete the game on any difficulty setting, Survivor. All this stuff is complete different chapters, so you get this by playing the game. Epic Tier 3 Engineer. Beat the game on the hardest difficulty setting. Let's see what else we got. Dismember 20 limbs. You'll get that by killing enemies. Shoot 50 objects using kinesis. You'll get that, you know. Own every weapon in the game. Collect 150 logs. Kill the hive mind. Kill the slug boss. Kill 30 enemies with the plasma cutter. Kill 30 enemies with the force gun. You kind of see where this is going, right? So if you do every single one of those, you will get the platinum trophy for basically doing everything in the game. A platinum trophy is a way to know that, like, okay, I've seen everything this game has to offer. I beat on the hardest difficulty. I've used all the weapons. I've done all these kills. I've upgraded everything. I've seen everything the game has to offer. I have experienced this game. You know, I've seen everything. Another example. Life is Strange. Yeah, all the Life is Stranges is just complete the game and take all the optional photos. Let's see. Alien Isolation. Jesus Christ. Complete the game on the hardest difficulty setting. Yeah. Complete the game on any difficulty setting. Contact your team and escape comms without being attacked by the android. Escape from android combat without taking damage. What's the goal? Yeah, complete the game without killing any humans. Complete the game without dying. God help us, one shot. Let's see. I have no idea what these platinums are. I never seen Star Wars. Never seen Star Wars, Khalil? You're not missing much. I see episodes 4, 5, and 6, and they were just meh. That's fair. I've been binging them with my mom. Trophies with Sony calls achievements after copying Xbox. Man, Rin, you're such a fucking fanboy. I swear to God. I did Senran Kagura. Senran Kagura. Bro, fucking, hang on. Fucking Truest Sin was talking about that, and I looked it up, I'm like, bro, I don't know if I want to play this game on stream. Wait. Yeah, I was like, I don't know if I want to play this game on stream. Oh, wait, where's the, hang on. Okay, we're gonna watch the trailer for Senran Kagura. And look, immediately, right out the gate. He was talking about this game like it was fucking Bayonetta or something. And I'm like, oh my God. I don't mind a little bit of lasciviousness. But come on. Here you go, Jugs. It's like bags of water attached to their chest. This game's combat is so fucking shallow. Yeah, of course it is. I mean, the combat is not why you're buying this game. Let's be real. Yeah, fucking, Sin was talking about this, and he wasn't talking about, like, oh, I played this weird game. He's like, no, I played the series. And I'm like, the series, like... It's like 40 hours? Fucking Christ. I think the novelty would wear off after a while. That game sounds awful, and it's something. It's sort of something Cash should totally play it on stream. Give me $30. If you give me $30, if you tip me $30, I'll get it right now. You've got 10 seconds. Only games ever 100% were Lego games I play with my mom. Oh yeah, I have one Lego Platinum. It was a Platinum I got in the before times before I started streaming. I want to say it's Lord of the Rings. Yeah, it's Lord of the Rings. Where is it? Yeah, there it is. Lego Lord of the Rings. One ring to build them all. It's a PlayStation 3 game. Anyway, back to Dialogue Simulator.
I hope that she doesn't torment herself over this.
I cannot believe Marvelous made that. Same devs that made Harvest Moon Story Seasons. Estival Versus and Peach Beach Splash. Also a broken on PS5, lighting is all fucked up and it crashes every 30 minutes. Am I reminiscent one thing for Lego to mention? You should stream it. You should become a Platinum Hunter. Melody, you gotta become a Platinum Hunter. This is... We call ourselves the Platinum Pursuers because we go after Platinum trophies. A stupid Sonic race? Sounds fun. How many Senran and Kagura games are there? I mean... Oh, that race for 2 years? Gee, it's like an epic battle.
When it comes down to it, women don't hesitate.
We just gotta hurry up and deal with Kamoshida. Let's go already.
I've only played one Lego game, and that was Lord of the Rings. I had a lot of fun.
The moment we cross over, we'll treat each other like phantom thieves. So I hope you're ready.
Huh? Phantom thieves?
More than 4, some of them are 3DS for a reason. I mean, they're probably not that hard to make, you know what I mean? It's probably not that hard to just, you know, up the jiggle and, you know, make them all look like they're 12.
That sounds kind of cool. So we just gotta say the school, Kamoshida's name, and castle. Then we end up in Bizarro World. How the hell's all this work? Someone make it?
It doesn't matter. We're not going to explain this. It doesn't matter.
Point in thinking about it now.
It's probably better they don't explain it.
We'll show that effing Kamoshida.
Let's go.
They really are going to do something. They're doing something.
One of them is a rhythm game for wherever some reason the girls are cooking and they lose their clothes when they eat. Oh my god. Because, like, okay, here's the thing. If I stream that, people will be like, oh, yeah, I love this game. Hey, who's your favorite girl? Oh, mine's this girl. And they just start talking endlessly about their waifu, and it's like, bro, you gotta chill. You need to relax. Like, just calm down, you know? I was playing one game. What game was I playing? It might have been Lollipop Chainsaw. But somebody was talking... I think it was Sin. Sin was talking about Senran Kagura. And we watched the trailer, or some other game, and I was like, oh, this game looks kind of shit, you know? And he's like, actually, it's great. And he starts talking about all the individual characters, and, like, their personality quirks, and it's like, bro, just... It just doesn't appeal to me. I understand what they're doing. I understand exactly what they're doing, and what they're going for, and I'm just not feeling it. I did achievement hunt off stream to give my viewers more freedom. What do you guys think? What do you mean? Attempted achievement hunt off stream to give my viewers more freedom? What do you guys... What do you mean by that? How would that give your viewers more freedom? I don't understand that.
Huh?
Is she gonna get sucked into the world with us? I guess she is.
All right, time to bust on through.
What is this?
Takamaki?
Well, the options for making me an achievement, and they can't make the choices. I need that achievement. Yes, you're right. That's one of the tricky things about RPGs, is that they're super long and some of them have missable trophies. So, if you care about achievements and trophies, you kind of have to play the game the way they want you to. There's one exception to this. Well, there's a big exception to this. Life is Strange has a perfect trophy list. Life is Strange has about 10,000 different choices you can make. Like, they're fucking insane. But the trophies only ask that you get optional photos, and I don't think any of them are tied to choices. So you can play the game however you want. The trophies don't make you you can play the game your own way. Life is Strange is a very good trophy list, probably one of the best, because it doesn't undermine the game. And follow them in, yeah. By removing the achievements from my list, then they get more options. I wish they required you to get every ending. In Life is Strange? No, because then it would just be tedious. Like, okay, I gotta go back to this and I gotta make that choice. Like, you would not be having fun. It would just be tedious, you know? I really like there's no trophies tied to any choices you make in Life is Strange. I really do. Because it lets you make the choice you think you should make, you know? There's not that many I need left in Origin at this point, after all. I was afraid of them. Yeah, I do too, because I want to see. Okay, so my choice in the end of Life is Strange was to save the town and not save Chloe, which is a far more satisfying ending than the other option, you know? Like, if you choose to save the town, not Chloe, there's like a 20-minute cutscene. But if you choose the other one, it's like a 2-minute cutscene. Like, okay, I get what the devs are going for is the more canon ending, you know?
That voice, Sakamoto? And are you?
Why are you here?
It takes a minimum 4 full playthroughs and 2 part playthroughs to get all achievement. Yeah.
How should I know?
Are you looking it up? I recommend PSN Profiles. PSN Profiles is the best resource that you're gonna get for that. I just typed it in, didn't even put a link in it. I just literally just typed it in.
What's going on? Hey, where are we? Isn't this the school?
I see. Perhaps she was dragged in because of that app thing. If multiple people can enter with the person who uses it, it stands to reason it'll pull anyone nearby.
For real?
Wait, so this is related to Kamoshida?
Anyways, you gotta leave.
No!
The shadows are going to find us if you make a scene.
I love how this cat is always smiling.
No way! It talked! Oh my god! It's a monster cat!
I'm not a cat. Yeah. Meow.
Monster?
You better explain what's going on! I won't leave until you do!
Meow, hold on.
Looks like we gotta force her.
What an amazing screenshot this is. Jesus Christ. Well, this reminds me, I've seen a gym a few weeks ago that was a fucking castle. Like an old castle or maybe fancy ass church that was supposed to be a YMCA. Does ye even lift? Does thou even hoist?
But
I'd love to work out in a castle.
Just take her back to where we came in. That's how it worked last time, right?
Bro, you better let me fight something.
Oh yeah.
So far, this entire stream has been just dialogue and me running from place to place. If I wasn't enjoying the story, there's no way I'd play past this point. There's like nothing here, aside from like the dialogue and the story, and I really like the dialogue and the story, so I'm here for it, you know. But if it doesn't grab you, it's abundantly clear by this point that like 80% of the game is going to be this. Inside was just a normal building, but the outside definitely had some sort of fancy brick.
Can you lend me a hand?
We can't deal with Kamoshida if we don't.
What are you?
We'll explain after everything's over.
Hey! And just where are you touching?
Whoa, sorry, I didn't mean... That's not important.
You guys, seriously? Ah!
We better be careful from now on when we use that app.
You should have checked the tools you used. Why do I, the one who was just watching, know more about it than you two?
Shut up.
I made it to the end of the dungeon and then was like, I can't do this for 140 hours.
We gotta deal with this fact.
That girl's name is On Takamaki.
I think it's your off-stream achievement hunt. That might be a little tricky, but it shouldn't take nearly as long as possible. I mean, if it's something you're interested in, go for it. Like, but don't feel like you have to do it. You know, don't feel like you have to get a platinum trophy for a game. That's a very quick way to just not have fun anymore, because it almost becomes like a chore to do. You know, if you really enjoy a game and you really want to go for it, but don't feel like you have to.
Lady On. The shadows have noticed us. You better brace yourselves. Got it? We're counting on you, Joker.
Joker? That a nickname?
Don't refer to it in such a lame way. It's a code name. What kind of stupid phantom thief would use their real name? I'm not down for that. And there's no telling what kind of effect yelling our real names will have on the palace. It's just a precaution.
So, why is he Joker?
Because he's our trump card when it comes to fighting strength.
Oh my god. Because he's our trump card. Look, just retire the name Joker, alright? Like, don't act like there hasn't been a supervillain that's had that name for 100 years. Just... Hey, the Joker doesn't have a name other than Joker. Well, yeah, because you name him. His real name is your name. But they're not going to say it. So they're just going to give him a nickname. It's like how in Final Fantasy X they just call Tidus him, or that guy, or the new guy, because they can't refer to him because you actually name him. That's stupid though? What do you mean that's stupid?
Next up is you, Ryuji. You'll be... let's see.
He should just be Tidus.
Thug.
Oh, it's probably achievement, plus doing so usually leads to more interesting lore. Then go for it. Go for it, my guy.
When it comes to me, it's gotta be this mask.
Motherfucker looks like Red Skull.
Honestly,
or Skullface.
I kinda like it. What if we named me after this?
Skull.
Fine. Why not Skull then?
Oh, that sounds awesome! I'm Skull! What do we do about this one's code name?
Cat.
How about Mona?
How about Cat?
Well, if Joker thinks it's easier to call me that, then I'll go with it. Alright, from here on out, we're Joker, Skull, and Mona.
I like this game, but Jesus Christ, there's need of an editor. No. It does feel like at some points the game is just wasting my time.
We need to be absolutely thorough.
So far, I'm going along with it, you know? It's not terrible. I mean, I love me some Metal Gear games, and they have some long-ass cutscenes. It's redeemed for me to play, but I have too many games to get to, so it's just time I can't do it. And name your character to preserve your games of the character creator. It makes sense when you're kind of role-playing as fantasy version. Well, okay, so Joker doesn't speak. The only times he speaks is with decisions you make. Like, you are Joker. You know what I mean? Like, nothing happens when Joker's not there. Like, this game is basically you role-playing as this character. But you can't pick gender or anything like that, you know? And your character does have a past. Your character is basically a dating sim protagonist. Like, your character sort of has a past, but not really a personality. You're kind of a blank state that you can project yourself onto. Like, I get why you can name your character. It's meant to give you more of an attachment to them. Like, this is not Joker. Joker doesn't exist. Joker is you. Like, this is you playing the game.
All right.
Yeah, but what about in Final Fantasy X? You'll even make choices there? Yeah, Final Fantasy X, it's kind of antiquated. But Final Fantasy X was the first time they had voices in a game, so they probably didn't really think about it. Okay, what am I doing? Can I go through these doors? Yes, I can. Damn it. Excuse me. Me again.
Yeah.
I do like the screen transitions though. I like how stylish everything is. I am playing the original, just Persona 5, not Royal.
Whoa!
The intruders the other day were quite entertaining. However, I can't allow that trash to ransack my castle. Strengthen the security, kill them on sight. I'll reward whoever brings me their heads. Yeah, but like Rin, it's very obvious that the developers mean for Joker to be you, to be the player. That's why nothing ever happens away from the player. It's what you experience.
Hey.
Listen up. Okay, let's go.
Okay, so we have to find a treasure in the depths of the castle. Oh, we can actually go out there and fight them, but he said it would be suicide. Thing as a woman, it feels weirder naming Joker after me. Yeah, that's the thing. Like the player is meant to be you, but you don't have like gender options, you know. So yeah, I mean it's a Japanese game. They probably are like only boys play games.
Remember how I taught you hold-ups and all-out attacks? I'll teach you their practical use now.
I love how I love how she dances. I love how she like dances back and forth like Puss in Boots or something.
There's another use for hold-ups, besides simply defeating enemies. Shadows are beings born from people's hearts, so naturally they can talk too.
What the fuck is this sentence?
In other words, you can communicate with them. Get it?
We're gonna talk to them? Yeah, sure.
If you talk to them when they're cornered, they might offer money or items since they don't want to die. In fact, talking has a better chance of scoring something great, as opposed to just offing them. Well then, let's do the first step. Knock all the enemies down and do a hold-up. Oh, knocked down! That was incredible, Joker!
Seriously, you're the guys with the intruders that King Kamoshida was talking about? Can't get worse than this. What are you gonna do with me? Give me some money. I want an item. ... What happens if you do ... Honestly, let me live if I just give you something?
Well, something along those lines. Now let it be money or items. Just cough it up. Sorry.
I don't have anything on me. I usually do though, you know?
Wait, what? This isn't how.
Okay, this is kind of cute. The tutorial isn't going the way they expected it to.
Anyway, it can't be helped if that's the case. Time for you to go to hell.
You don't have anything we can steal from you? Time to die.
For real? Sorry, but we're in a hurry. Come on!
I feel bad now. Oh, can we please won't you let me go? I'll let you go to hell. Sorry, that sounded really lame. That was the best one. Ah! I see cheesy stuff like that all the time too, though. I guess I'm more like you than I thought. Why is this random monster so endearing? Why is this random monster have more of an interesting personality than anyone in Final Fantasy 13? What the fuck? I feel different. Something's happening. What's going on?
What the? What's going on?
Oh yeah, I remember now. I don't belong just to King Kamoshida. I'm an existence that drifts about in the sea of humanity's souls. You know, I'm something of an existence that drifts around the sea of humanity's souls myself. My real name is Pixie. I'm Pixie. From now on, I'll live on inside your heart. gained the pixie mask.
What was that just now?
Hey, we got our second trophy. I love how she dances. I love dancing back and forth like that. Is just so fucking adorable. Now, let me catch up with the chat. Thank you for the hydrate. The warden's name is chosen by a chat member who used a name generator. Monster has a more interesting personality than the main characters, even in this game. Damn, Khalil be coming in with hot. And I thought I talk a lot of shit. Khalil's like,
For real?
okay, we can now use the pixie. Got it. Okay, now let's fight, please. Oh no, not horses. I mean rams. Where are they? I sense a new possibility. Changey personas. Bro, it's like Final Fantasy VIII with like an 8-hour with an 8-hour tutorial.
Pixie! Go down!
Is that the shadow from earlier? Don't tell me. Did you take in the shadow?
Ryuji, or whatever his name is, entire personality relies on him struggling to rub his last 2 brain cells together. Damn, Khalil's talking mad shit. I like Ryuji. Ryuji is very impetuous. He's impulsive. He's very quick to act. He doesn't really think. He's just very emotional. He's like, I mean, he's a teenager. he's a very emotional and, like, he's a teenager. Alright, we need Zio on your boy. Oh, no, not Zio. Oh, they're weak anyway. Let's talk.
Here. How's that?
You know, this belonged to my late wife, but I want you to have it. So, you see it. We're good now, right?
Holy! Does that mean you can wield multiple personas?
Do we get experience for that or not? I guess we do. I have a very important question, to me at least. Go for it, Melody. What is your question? Everything you just said is a long way of saying he's an idiot. I mean, okay, but like, so what if he's an idiot? Like, you can have like, does every character in every game have to be a super smart person that instantly figures everything out? What is your favorite kind of dragon? I like whatever Bahamut is. If you find the ticket, if you don't know what that means, you... It's nothing important. You say that, but only one heart exists per person, so normally a person can only have one persona. What? But this is incredible. This ability gives us a huge advantage in battle. Alright, try to do that even more if the opportunity arises. You better help them out too, Skull. Alright, I'll hold up every one of them. Okay, so holding up enemies also gives you a chance to get them as a persona. Cool. I like long, snaky dragons. Okay, can I save? When can I save? Like, is there save points in this game? Hey Rin, if you're still watching, how do I save? Because we just passed 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
I love how they're just like, no, we can't go this way, not yet.
Show me your true form.
Okay, there is a save room. Yo, look at these motherfuckers.
Let's go! Give me more! Oh, this sucks. I don't see a weak spot.
Is there a way to use like Libra or like scan in this game?
Losers.
A spectacular victory!
Like one of the best battle ending animations ever. It's like I'm playing Beautiful Joe. Bahamut? Hang on. No, this is who I'm talking about.
Okay.
No, we do it every stream, guys. We can't help ourselves. Yeah, as soon as I find a save room, we're going to save. But in the meantime, monitor? Yeah. Hang on, did I unmute desktop audio? Okay. This is the kind of dragon I like. I found a safe room. You guys can't see it, but I found a safe room. I love this cutscene. You don't need to know anything about it. It speaks for itself. That thing in the sky is not a moon, it's a prison. not enough. It's not enough. On the goddamn PS3. Anyway. Let's get rid of that. Music is so good. It is good. Answers is really, really good. The full song is even better. The Final Fantasy version of him? Got it, yeah. Kazasine Kamoshida, they fit that word too. Salamander from Monster Hunter is a good example of the type of long dragon I'm talking about. Not really a dragon exactly, but don't think they have wings, but basically the next nothing about Final Fantasy, even less that of Monster Hunter. Okay, so like it doesn't really matter. Like what you just saw, like there's lore behind it. I could probably explain what you just saw, but it's not that important. So they made Realm Reborn work on a fucking PS3. They made all the raids work on a PS3. They made all the dungeons work on a PS3. They made Heavensward work on a PS3. Oh yeah. They were up until like 2017, the whole game worked on the PS3, and finally they were like, look man, this is getting ridiculous. Like PS3 was years ago, like we're just not gonna support it anymore. And it's like, alright, fair enough. Big fan of Final Fantasy XIV. You would probably like Final Fantasy. So the first expansion deals with a war between humans and dragons, and it's pretty interesting. You'd probably like it. But it takes a while to get to the first expansion. You gotta go through a Realm Reborn, which is... I'd say something like over half the people that start the game don't make it through a Realm Reborn. It's almost 20 minutes past the time I normally have to stop streaming, and I have to be up at like 5 o'clock in the morning, which is about 7 hours from now. So I am going to call it. One thing I will say about this game, it's hard to find a save point. You gotta go through a lot of fucking dialogue. It's like hours without being able to save. I don't think they should be called dragons if they don't have wings. They're just a big lizard at this point. You can't... Big Lizard was blocked? Why the fuck is Big Lizard blocked? Well, they're referred in various names such as Quetzalcoatl. Quetzalcoatl is also a summon from Final Fantasy. We're talking about big lizards, only small ones allowed? Interesting. Alright. Who we rating? You guys rated me, who am I rating? Radtag's playing Street Fighter 5. Oh, thank you for coming by, Hawks. Poor Ragtag. Shot Flame it is. Street Fighter V is not easy. Street Fighter V is extremely tough. Alright, we'll raid Shot Flame. I kind of almost don't even have the energy to raid anybody, but we'll raid Shot Flame. Because if I don't, Rain will never let me hear the end of it. Alright everyone, that's going to be it for the stream. I will see you tomorrow with more Persona 5. He is, that's why I picked him. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. It's been fun. See you later. I guess this is minor spoilers for the game because we know all these people survive. Anyway, I'll see you guys later. Peace.